So lastly, I would say this is I'm going to try to make an analogy as to how you are with the food right now. And then I want you to dig in. You know how like when you really, really have to pee and you're in the car but you're able to hold it. But once your body knows you're 20 feet away from the bathroom, it goes into that separate canister in your bladder and you don't have any time left. It is the countdown to
splashdown.
Yeah, to countdown to splashdown. Would you say this is the food equivalent? Like you've been able to hold out, but now that watermelon's right there and you know it's coming, your body, it's like my dogs when they're ready to eat. Like you're ready to go now.
I'm just like a dog.
You're just like a dog. All right, grab your watermelon, Chris. Congratulations. Chris is taking the first bite of watermelon, first bite of anything he's had in 3.5 days. The eyes are closed. Oh, it tastes so good. Look at that.
That made me really dizzy.
He ate one like quarter square. Are you full?
Almost.
I know. That's the way it, like that first bite was so good.
Right.
Whatever, a couple months ago. Like, yeah, I'm kind of good now.
When he closed his eyes as soon as the watermelon hit the lips, I felt that.
Yeah, I did too.
I felt that feeling.
And honestly, I think you and I could have the watermelon right now and go, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's good.
It's
That's fine.
I like watermelon.
Right.
It's different for him right now.
It is. It almost makes the fasting worth it, that moment, because you can't manufacture that moment. Yep. You will never love watermelon as much as you love it when you've been on a 3 to 3.5 day fast.
By the way, what was up with all the seeds, Chris?
I don't know. Chris, I bought the watermelon and it says huge sticker on it, seedless watermelon. No. On the thing, it says seedless watermelon. So, okay, this is what I'm going to buy.
45 per little sliver.
It feels like they put extra seeds in here.
Yes.
And
packed with seeds.
So here's the other thing. I know Chris doesn't care, and nor should he care. But Chris, you cut that watermelon up yesterday. You put it in the Tupperware and you put it in the fridge. And before you did that, you took a picture and sent that to us, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Am I the only one that thinks that watermelon tastes different when you fridge it for a day as opposed to when you eat it right out of the melon?
Maybe.
Like, I feel like it has a complete, like the texture kind of condenses. Have you guys ever done barbecued watermelon, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of, it's a little more like that. I don't know. I don't think
maybe I'm thinking of like, if we had watermelon and then the next day or two, like you still had some leftovers. I feel like, okay, maybe I know.
But I think at this point of his fast, I could have crapped that watermelon out and he'd have loved it. He'd have torn right into it. Be like, hey, you know what? Sprinkles.
Sprinkles.
Well, good for you, Chris. We are proud of you. We truly are. And that's tough, man. I mean, honestly, Chris is kind of the marathon winner right now because not only did he fast the longest, not that it's a race, but he did, but by himself.
Solo mission.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
exactly.
Great prank once again, Jason.
You're welcome.
Great prank. Well, coming up at 7 a.m.,
April Fools.
I have a surprise for you.
Yeah.
I brought California burritos in for you and me. 3 of them. There's an extra one if Chris wants one.
You did?
Oh, I just want to see what he did.
I brought a surprise for you today, though.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I'm not saying.
Oh, wow. Really? It's that kind of surprise?
I think Jason might be more upset with you than I am.
No.
What'd I do?
With the burritos.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's fine.
That's true.
But we do have a good close to the show today.
Oh, we do?
A friend is coming in.
Crumble Chris.
I think you can rally Chris by then. This Chris.
For a cookie?
Just even if it's a little corner. You didn't have to
corner. Maybe a little corner of the cookie.
This is a treat.
Teeny tiny corner.
Yeah. The problem is that Chris has, you and I are going to take, Crystal has business after the show, his work day.
He does.
And so.
Good at business.
Yeah. It's Friday. Get out of here, Chris.
I'm just saying, he's got to be, like you and I were eating, last time we all did this, we were all in the safe comfort of our homes.
True.
Really close to it.
You needed it.
I 100% needed it and didn't utilize it enough, apparently.
If that happened to me, I wouldn't be eating here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just be careful because you're here.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Do you've got an office, but I'm not entirely sure if you have an extra pair of boxers in there. But
I don't know what happened to you.
Well, I crapped my pants, Jason.
No, I mean,
oops.
I feel it. Oops, I crapped my pants.
Yeah.
I think it had to be the second meal.
It was the
Chris
Greek.
is just doing watermelon.
Yeah.
He hasn't eaten. I think he should be.
It was because I moved on to Greek yogurt and honey. By the way, last time we talked about this, somebody texted. They're like, Bro, how many times you crapped your pants in your life? You're a disgusting human. And I didn't really have a comeback. I was like, well,
less than 10, maybe.
Over under.
Mount Crapmore.
I mean, we're talking,
close
4 decades here. We're not counting as like we're counting from 12 years old on, 10 years old on. Yeah. We're not counting diapers. Yeah. Well, yeah. I think I might remember every one too.
Well,
there was one. There was one when I was on with Dawn. Those are my Superman boxers
on the air.
Those ended up in the
goodbye socks.
There was one at the Chinese restaurant in Concord. No, really. And what a great thing too, because those things were destroyed, and I just happened to have stayed. I was staying the night in the Bay Area that night because I was working in Concord, and I had an overnight bag.
What a great thing.
So, anyways, apologies to that restaurant. I think probably 7.
Okay.
Does that count?
What?
How do I say this? Okay, so let me just. I'm gonna, because people haven't eaten breakfast yet.
Enjoy that watermelon, Chris.
I'm gonna try to keep this general to where you'll know what I'm talking about, but it's not gross. Okay, so we're obviously all thinking of. Let's use art. A Jackson Pollock.
This isn't gonna be
Jackson Pollock.
Sure.
Okay, that obviously counts. Do polka dots count? You know where I'm going here.
I don't know.
I don't feel like they do.
We need a judge's ruling.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, does that count? Polka dots?
It's like a half point.
Yeah. Okay, so I'd say 7.5.
Okay.
Maybe. Well, actually, if each one of those is a half a point, probably 12.5.
Over.
Isn't that long time? All right, we'll take it.
Polka dots get you.
Who gets the chat mob game ball for last night's game?
From the chat mob, or is the chat mob asking
who
amongst the chat who gets the game?
Gonna need them to clarify there. We got
it's Friday. We need help.
It is Friday. We still have not only do we, look, anybody out there. Anybody out there that doesn't have anything to do tomorrow?
You have an idea?
I have 2.
2?
Yeah. Jay and Arsenio. Later today, because I spaced on it yesterday. Thank you. So you're welcome here.
Is that Leno and Hall?
It is Leno and Hall. Yeah, because Oates is off the tour now.
Yeah.
We've got not 1 but 2 pair of tickets for you to go see Jay Leno and Arsenio Hall at the Hard Rock. That's tomorrow evening.
Oh, that's a night out.
So like maybe your wife or your husband's like, oh, what are we doing this weekend? I don't have any plans. Or maybe we're at the end of a pay period or whatever. We're just giant losers. We don't have anything to do. Oh, hey, look.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm turning like this.
Either.
Hey, have you seen that? Have you heard about this?
We got a Kings win for you. And what I think might be the greatest, arguably, finish to an NBA game ever. We'll get to all of that for you. March Madness as well. And Brendan Nunes will join us. Sit back, relax. It's a Friday edition of the program. We'll be right back after this.
But first.
From the 707, hey, Dave, shut up. I just want to know what that's a response to, because that could be so
clarify.
Many. Could you clarify, please?
I'm guessing they're eating.
I think that's exactly what it is.
Yes.
Like, hey, we're tired of hearing you crap your pants. So that's from the chat line at 916-339-1140. Not the YouTube chat. That's from the text line. So right now, early on, Friday chat line in the lead. That's a demerit for the text line, to be honest with you. And that's funny because I was seriously considering awarding the winning team a brand new Hoblet vehicle today. And whether you get one for free, which I doubt, I need all the money I can for college, or you go. It's like it might as well be free because it's Ram Truck Month right now. I've been telling you about it for the last couple of weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, Hoblet is family owned, family operated. They understand what it means to need a new vehicle, but for other places, let's just be honest, to really kind of mess with you, the price you see is the price you pay at Hoblet. Not only do they have over 220 vehicles available at the brand new Hoblet certified pre-owned supercenter in historic downtown Woodland, they have 40 under $20,000. And there's no dealer markups. There's no add-ons. There's no surprise fees. None of that. Search, select, and save at HoblettDodge.com. And tell them Carmichael Dave sent you. All right, 30-second break. Leading off is next.
Malik Monk plays here.
Started left, goes right, steps back, launches the three. Nothing but net. Oh, that was just filthy. Oh, my, that was sweet.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Let's do it.
Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
On top, 128-107. Sacramento well on the way to extending their home court success against the Blazers. This will now be the 5th consecutive time that the Kings have beaten the Blazers in this building. Final seconds tick away, and there is the buzzer. Chauncey Billups congratulating Doug Christie. Warm embrace of Chauncey from Leandro Barbosa as well. The Kings end up shooting a season-high 64.9% from the field.
That's pretty good.
That's really good.
You had a supplemental stat to that I saw on Twitter yesterday that I thought was very, very good.
Second best shooting night of any team in the league. And I think the Kings, if I'm not mistaken, missed 2 of their last 3 shots.
Come on, guys.
Oh, they would have had it.
Come on,
They had
guys.
the best shooting night in the league of the year. But we'll take second best and best of the season.
I understand.
We want winners, though.
We want winners.
Yeah.
I get where people, there's some, hey, it's Portland. Just say, well, guess what? They lost to Portland last time.
Yeah.
Like,
last 2 times.
Last 2 times. Thank you.
Yeah, it didn't matter. They needed to win.
Yeah, I don't care who it was against. Hey, Zach. Good to see you.
Is that what he looks like?
Is that Zach LaVine's music?
Yeah.
20.
Nice.
It was really nice. 29 points in 37 minutes. DeMar DeRozan with a double-double, 10 assists, 21 points. Look at them working together, combining for 50 points. DeRozan with 10 assists. Keegan still staying not as on fire as he was the other night, but I'll take 17 and 7 and some great defense. Oh, and then there's, I guess I'll even mention it. It's not even worth it, but 22 points, 19 boards, 6 assists for Sabonis.
Whatever. If you want to mention it, didn't get 2020. So
he didn't. It's just, we want winners. Thanks, Domas.
Yeah. Maybe the ankle's bothering him.
Maybe the ankle is, in fact, bothering him. And a weird situation at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Malik Monk, who has been out sick, is announced as a starter.
Clerical error.
Then it's Keon starting. And honestly, when I first saw that, I was like, oh, God, did Malik all of a sudden start throwing up again? Or was it something? Did he get sick again right at the last second? Jumping up and down with Slamson and that knocked something loose? But no, according to Doug, Keon was going to start the whole time. They had a little bit of a mix-up.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that happens. And what do you know? Look, 1-for-1, Malik Monk came off the bench, and the Kings had a blowout victory.
Yeah, and we're going to hear from him later in a conversation again. I love this duo with him and G-Man. It's really good again.
Yeah.
It's funny. But you can hear it, whatever, congestion or just it didn't sound 100%, but he looked good.
He also, I think we have a clip of him in the locker room as well, and I think the first question was something like, how difficult is it coming back from something like this? And he's like, hard. It's really hard. It's really difficult. Not easy at all. He didn't pull any punches. So we've said this before. I wish that we could somehow get a sponsor or someone we need the Monk and G-Man show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Following around a podcast, whatever.
Yes.
Odd couple.
The G-Monk. It's the G-Monk era.
Yes.
Yes. I actually kind of want them to get an apartment together.
Yeah, I do too.
And a reality show.
Yep. Cameras on at all times.
They both play golf.
Yep.
I'm sure they both enjoy food.
Uh-huh.
I guess, what else do you need?
Nothing.
I want to see a scene where it's like Old Three's Company, where Malik's apartment's on the left or bedroom's on the left, and G-Man's is on the right, and then there's a living room in the middle. And every night they're both wearing those hats with the poofy on the end, and they're holding the candle, and they're in their pajamas, and they're in the living room. They're like, good night, Malik. Good night, G-Man. And then
sleep well, buddy.
Sleep. You too, buddy.
Yeah. See you in the morning.
Yes. And then they go,
Don't stay up too late.
Right. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of the night, maybe Malik, he's tossing and turning. Something's wrong. And G-Man goes in and kind of wakes him up and looks in his eyes and goes, hey, he's got the nightmare. And then he gives him a hug.
Nightmare?
Well, because he was having a nightmare. Was dreaming about missing 3-pointers.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. A very special episode of the G-Monk era.
G-Monk.
We can do the whole show on this, but we won't. In the meantime, cut number 2, please.
Cut number 2.
The 2-0 pitch, swinging a chopper up the middle. Up with the ball is Crawford. He's going to hit the tag of the runner, the throw to first base, double play, and the ball game is over. J.P. Crawford gets to the ball, puts the tag on Butler, throws the first to double up Giddey, and here on opening night 2025, the Mariners come away with a 4-2 win over the Athletics.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Flores swings and he hits one a long way to left field. Way back there. Adios! Pelota! Big fly. Boom! And the Giants have a 6-3 lead.
What does this adios pelota mean? Oh, yeah. He's a Hall of Famer.
Is it Spanish?
I think it's French.
Okay.
Is it weird that I think John Miller is underrated just because of how much people talk about Krug and Kite?
That's a fair point.
Yeah, I want to not like what you just said, but John Miller,
he's the number one guy anywhere else he goes.
Yes, and I think, and if I'm being honest, I think if you're just talking voice, just purely voice, I'm not talking about play-by-play. I'm talking about the tonality of the voice. I think John Miller,
so comforting,
and the other one is Orioles, Gary Thorne.
Yes.
I love listening to Gary Thorne.
That's a good call.
He just sounds like baseball.
Yeah.
Even more, you've got other guys like Costas and others that historically, I'm talking about the tone of the voice, and John is amazing. But yeah, by the way, not for nothing, he was an ex-player. I get it, but Dwayne Kuiper's got a pretty good play-by-play voice too. He actually does. So the Giants win, the A's lose, and you're probably going to hear a lot about this season. It's an Athletics home run in Seattle.
Tyler Soderstrom goes deep out to center, and that is the game's first run. It's 1-0 Oakland. That was a poke. Tyler Soderstrom.
1-0 who?
1-0 who, you say?
And it's 1-0 Oakland.
That's
clip.
That's just going to happen all year long.
It will.
I honestly, I think it's honestly. Oh, hey, we have clarity from the guy who said shut up. He said your nasty destroyed boxer stories. LOL polka dots. I said, hey man, we all been there. He goes, yeah, but it's rough hearing that when you're eating leftover Chinese food. Well, brother, let me tell you this: it's 6:22 in the morning. You're eating leftover Chinese food, and I have a feeling you're gonna have your own stories a little bit later.
100%.
Make good choices.
That is not a good choice. Oh. Have you guys ever warmed up a tortilla and thrown in some leftover chow mein and fried rice in there with a little bit of sauce and wrapped it up like a burrito?
No.
Wait, I just realized I was actually excited. That sounds a lot better in a different voice. Hey guys, it's actually really good.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Hey guys, you ever did the thing? Anyways, A's lose, Giants win.
Yeah.
Rockland's Logan Webb with a win start of the year. It's good. Good vibes.
Yeah.
Well, a safer out coming up at 6:44. We'll talk about that specifically. In the meantime, let's get mad. Cut number 3.
Cut number 3.
You got it. They've got 3 seconds. Flag, deep 3 ball. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And a show of emotion from the best player in America. Cooper Flag just hit from long range right before halftime.
And that was a game in which you had 2 blue bloods going at it. And Arizona actually took the lead at one point. Small lead, but still, it was a good game. Duke opened it up towards the end. Cooper Flag took over. And that wasn't the best game of the night.
No, not at all.
Oh, my goodness.
The nightcap in San Francisco.
Arkansas, Texas Tech was wild.
And Alabama, BYU, I know wasn't close.
Sure.
But BYU was really good, and Alabama was incredible.
Alabama, I think they just hit another 3.
Yeah.
Great night of basketball. Jason, math isn't my strong suit. I could be wrong, but I have 2 brackets. My second bracket started out the night 3rd. Okay. I'm now in 40th.
Ooh.
My other bracket, I started out 44th. I'm now in 12th. Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the funny thing. I think I'm out in both.
Oh, really?
I think
out completely or out of number 1?
I think I'm completely out.
Oh.
I think I'm completely out.
Because you're being blocked or?
I'm being blocked.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even the 12th one? Who do you have winning it with the 12th team?
With the 12th team, I have Florida. And my final 4 are all 1 seeds.
And there's that much above you with that exact?
I actually looked at a guy who's ahead of me, and I think if I did it right, he's ahead of me by like 4 points in the total possible.
And they'll stay there.
Literally has every exact result I do.
Yeah, but that's 1
all the way through. Yeah, that's 1. Maybe I can cash, but I think I've already. We're not even. We're not. I was really kind of because I kept looking. I'm like, oh, okay. I still have 7 of my 8 Elite 8 and all of my Final 4, and my obviously. That's pretty good. That's in my main bracket, and then in the other one, I have 6 of my 8 Elite 8, all of my Final 4. Blah blah. And then I started looking because that one's Houston. That's it. That's Houston, Michigan State, and I can't win that one.
Really?
Nope. There's somebody else who's blocking me.
Blocked.
Yeah, we're starting to get to that point. How are your brackets? You were a little salty in your email to your in-law.
I wasn't going to write about her.
I mean, and you certainly did.
Nope.
When Jason Ross talks garbage, it's hilarious because it's like in the nicest, most subtle way, but it ends up being like incredibly devastating. It's like the most passive.
Scorched earth.
Yeah, scorched earth, but really passive aggressive, which is amazing. Great games last night. Great games tonight. And we'll see. We got a great weekend ahead of us as well. We'll take a break when we come back. Hey, it's an audio recap of the Kings in Portland. It's an audio recap we actually want in this case. We'll get to all that right after this.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Consolidated Communications.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It is finally Friday, getting out the door to a cool start to the day. As we head through the afternoon, we'll see a bit of everything once again. Lighter winds, mainly sunny skies, and a chance for a few brief showers. Highs today in the mid to upper 60s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Want internet with more speed and less frustration? Fidium Fiber internet is better because it's built to deliver more bandwidth and speeds up to 2 gigs. Switch today and you can kiss buffering and weak Wi-Fi goodbye. Visit FidiumFiber.com.
Johnny Mosley with Friday's Toyota Tahoe report. The weather's looking a little iffy up here for sure, but there's still plenty of fun to be had on the mountain. Pack a couple extra layers, load up your Toyota, and head on up here.
Thanks, Johnny. Today there's a 40% chance of snow showers before noon with partially sunny skies and a high near 41. Little to no snow accumulation is expected. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny with a high near 45. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
My wife was like, I want to go to Hawaii and I want to bring the kids. And I was like, whose kids?
Jim Gaffigan. Everything is wonderful.
I spent the entire time applying and reapplying sunscreen, which thankfully makes my skin whiter.
Jim Gaffigan, a night of all new material. Saturday, March 29th, the venue at Thunder Valley. For tickets, visit thundervalleyresort.com.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Paul Mitchell, The School, Sacramento, and Stoney's Rockin' Rodeo. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
Looking for family fun, thrilling baseball, and unforgettable memories? Come out to Sutter Health Park and catch the Sacramento River Cats in action. Great games, great food, and great times await. Get your tickets at rivercats.com.
And now a brief history of the garage door. Garage doors could date back to 450 BC when chariots were stored in gatehouses. Here in the States, they became a thing around the start of the 20th century. You could find a float-over door in a catalog way back in 1906. National Garage Door has been around since 1974. They're family-owned and operated, so you can trust them to solve any garage door issues you may have. Squeaky door, malfunctioning door, or a need for a new door, which is what prompted us to give them a call, 916-638-4554. At National Garage Door Service is their number one priority. I've witnessed that commitment in my own home, certainly in our garage. National Garage Door sells quality Rainer branded garage doors. They are the nation's BSE broken spring experts. So if you have a garage door that looks and sounds like it dates back to 450 BC, National Garage Door can help, whether it's a garage door tune-up, repair, or replacement you need. They'll take care of you at National Garage Door. 916-638-4554. That's 916-638-4554. National Garage Door.
Got a drain that's clogged up? Or maybe a toilet? Or a faucet that just won't quit leaking? Kenny and Jerry are here from Bell Brothers, and we want you to know that it does make a difference which plumber you call.
At Bell Brothers, we respect your time by showing up when we say we'll be there. Our technicians are all background checked and drug tested, and will greet you with a smile.
They're trained to do the job right the first time, and they carry over 1,000 parts on their trucks, so they won't have to order something and then come back later.
They leave the work area cleaner than they found it, and your final bill will be the same as they quoted. That's why they call us the No Surprise Guys.
So if you need a plumber, it does make a difference who you call. Call Bell Brothers. Our number is 916-444-1234, or find us online at thenosurpriseguys.com. That's 916-444-1234, or find us online at thenosurpriseguys.com.
The No Surprise Guys, Bell Brothers.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
A Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140
on Sacktown Sports.
You know what I mean?
I definitely know what you mean.
You know what I'm talking about, Jason.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I'm talking about. Hey, welcome, man. Welcome back. Talking about. I don't know what we're talking about. Good morning. Welcome in. It is Friday, and hello.
Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
Chris, tomorrow is after the international break. Huddersfield Town travels to Charlton, needing to get some wins in the last 10 matches to solidify their playoff.
They're towards the bottom of the table, correct?
I think they are. I got to look. I probably should get my act together. 7 a.m. tomorrow on iFollow if people want to watch. Got the Huddersfield football shirt on right now. We really need to win.
Got the Sunday game at 8:30.
Oh, do you?
FA Cup quarterfinals against Bournemouth.
Oh, we're in the FA Cup quarterfinals.
AM or PM?
Yeah,
that's AM. Dude, some of these starts, man, like 4:30.
Who's up at that time?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the thing. Thank God, right? Thank God we do what we do, because Otherwise, that would be. There was a time in my life where if I needed to watch a ball game at 4:30 in the morning, I would be staying up.
Yeah,
I would not be waking up because that would never happen. I would be staying up. Last night's game, Jason Ross. Like I said earlier, dude, we can have this whole conversation about, in the long run, should is it better for the team to miss the playoffs,
right,
this, that, whatever. But I just can't do that. I will never,
as the tank commander,
as the former and dare I say still sort of current tank commander, although I'm on the fence.
There's some that are wanting to vote you out.
I know. Look, everybody's day comes, where a younger, stronger tank commander comes in and takes over. Have you
had too many terms?
I've had way too many terms. And by the way, never really successful because we've never purposely tanked. But one thing I can't do, even if I was tank commanding and 100% on board and I was sure of it, and I was, guys, we cannot make the playoffs. That would be the worst thing ever. I will never, ever, ever be able to bring myself to dislike a home win in front of the fans.
Yeah.
I can't do it, dude.
Well, and the other thing, too, about last night that, you get so locked into the Kings that you sometimes don't think about the other team's perspective. So talking to a few people from Portland yesterday before the game that were there, I go, I just never really thought of it that way in the sense that, like, this was their game. Like, for them, they're going, if we beat Sacramento, like, we would have the tiebreaker.
Yep.
We're within, I think it would have been like 2.5 or something like that. I go, so it was kind of their game.
It was.
Or not.
Yeah.
And obviously the Kings squashed that.
And it was not.
Yeah.
To your point about kind of their game. And again, that's the perspective thing that we talk about this all the time. Like, we spend 4 hours every day, damn near, breaking down every nuance. Somebody scratches their butt with their left hand. We're like, what does that mean for the starting lineup? And we're so embedded. And by we, I mean, you're up listening to the show.
Absolutely.
Odds are you are too. But when you said it's their game,
it was like a must win for them.
For Portland.
Yes.
It also makes me think, too, in a completely different way when you talk about perspective. And it really is hard to keep this perspective. There was a 9-year-old at the game last night that was sitting in section 202, row M, seat 3, with his or her mom or dad. And that was their game. That was the one game they get to go to all year. It's the one game that his or her parents either had the time or the money to go to. They didn't have the greatest seats. They didn't care. They've been waiting for this. They had it circled on the calendar. We're going to go see the Kings play and Slamson and somebody spinning plates or making a half-court shot or whatever the hell it is. And we're going to see – we want to see the beam lit.
Yeah.
We want to see a win. And it's so hard to keep that perspective because for so many kids out there and people in general, that was their game last night.
It was funny where that kind of, when you're saying that, what hits me last night, for some reason, we were at the media table eating and kind of baseball became a little bit of a conversation. There were a lot of A's fans. They were talking about Sacramento and the A's, but it was like, I became an A's fan when I was younger, and Eric Chavez, the first game I ever went to, hit 2 home runs. And then someone else, for me, it was Mike Norris. Like, they were going way back. And then for me, it was my first, and then you go, for that same perspective, last night, if maybe a kid goes for the first time, like, I love Zach LaVine. He scored so many points.
Yep.
Or whatever that
whatever
draw
it
is. Or did you see that dunk by Keegan Murray?
Yes.
I love that guy. And you kind of forget about that.
I will never forget. Keegan Murray had this dunk, and then he was running back down the floor, and then Keon Ellis stole the ball, and he hit a 3-pointer, and the whole place was so loud I had to plug my ears.
Yeah, and I love it being there now, but I'm thinking as a kid, like, I would be so into the Murray chant.
100%.
And so, like, they said it a lot, and it was fun to do, and I was a part of it.
It's tough because sometimes, like, you have to remind yourself of that. Like, I was that kid that got to go to one game a year. And before the Kings were here, I got to go to Warriors Celtics once a year because that's all we had. And then when the Kings got here.
And how great were those days?
Dude, we've talked about it before, and I will never forget the smell of wood and sweat in Arco 1, the first interstate bank signs on the wall, the silver and purple streamers at the top of the scoreboard. That was my favorite part of the game, man. When it was time to make the noise meter go all the way up to the top, and if you could get those streamers, and again,
And just saying it, you feel like you're back there.
Yes. And I was just going to say, I know enough people now to where I could probably, I always wondered if no matter what, because every game I went to, they had that thing where you made the streamers go, and every single game we made the streamers go. And as I got older, I was like, does that always happen, or do they actually have like a, and you know what? Matter. I don't want to know. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It was special. It was amazing. Nobody knows. I'm there with my, I usually would go with my dad. My little sister didn't give a crap. So it was me and my dad. It was our night out. I remember every single one.
Yeah.
And there was probably some ding dong on the radio, whoever it was at the time when I don't think it was you when I was 9. That was like, last night the Kings lost, and they really, Joe Axelson has to figure it out, or he needs to be gone. I don't know what the hell Greg Lukenbill is thinking, but he's got to sell the team.
It's time to tank.
Right. And I'm like waking up in the morning, going to school, talking to all my friends on the basketball court, going,
made the thing
right, exactly. Look at me, I'm Othell Wilson, or whatever it was.
Good choice.
You really have to sometimes remember that not everybody lives or dies with every mouse fart with this team.
Yeah.
Not everybody does. That's why I don't care. It's probably illogical and it's probably a little bit hypocritical. I can't ever get mad at a home win. I will never do that, dude.
Yeah.
It just seems oogie and
but
weird.
Lose all 6 on this road trip.
Yeah. Now let's go. Take away. All right, that was supposed to be Kings audio. We'll get to that.
Kings win.
Yeah, Kings did win, and we want to get to G-Man and Malik Monk as well. We'll take a quick break here. When we come back, safe or out? Opening day edition. We'll get to that next.
The only place you'll find Malik Monk is Sacktown Sports.
Oh my, what an athletic move that time by Malik Monk.
Hey Sacramento, it's Malik Monk and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
At Elk Grove Honda, not only do we have a great selection of pre-owned cars at very fair prices, but every one of our pre-owned automobiles are treated with kid gloves with a 182-point inspection that covers everything from unibody to tires to brakes and engine filters. Then our cars receive a mobile oil change and fresh fill-up with full synthetic mobile oil. We know you have lots of choices of where to purchase your next car. Come to Elk Grove Honda, home with a 182-point inspection and mobile oil change. We're in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
Big savings are back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. New Hondas are piling up, and that means big savings for you.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Go from daydreamer to industry leader with Amazon Business. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Welcome to Staples.
I hear Staples prints it all for any business.
You bet, and we'll beat any print quote.
So if I had a pizza place.
Staples can print signs, menus, pizza boxes.
A landscaping business.
Oh, we can print yard signs, t-shirts, brochures.
How about a pizza/landscaping business? I'll call it Dough and Mo.
I like it.
Right now at Staples, get up to $250 off your print purchase. Ends 4/5, exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for offer details. Price match guarantee valid in store and staples.com/print. Visit staples.com/price match for details.
T-Mobile home internet is all about speed, value.
What you doing, Zach?
I'm cursing. There are so many benefits. You got to talk fast.
T-Mobile home internet ranks #1 in customer satisfaction for home wireless internet by J.D. Power.
Wow, you are good.
Try singing it. T-Mobile has price lock.
They won't raise your rate on internet.
Hulu and Paramount Plus on
Get T-Mobile home internet all in for just $55 a month with autopay and any postpaid voice line.
Additional terms apply for JD Power 2024 award information. Visit jdpower.com/awards.
You know the old early bird and worm thing? Well, here's an early bird special and Bonnie's lowest price of the year. Imagine an entire new HVAC system replacement, both heating and cooling, for as low as, ready? $11,789. Take advantage of that. $11,789. Hurry though, this is a limited offer and ends April 15th. The sooner you act, the sooner you save. Plumbing, electrical, heating, and air, Bonnie.com. Some restrictions apply. License 696-355.
Everyone has a past, but what happens if you've made mistakes and made good on that past, but it keeps following you? Are you looking for an attorney to erase past records and restore your rights? Maybe even restore your gun rights? Do you need a reputable criminal defense attorney who knows even good people make bad mistakes? Well, the attorneys at Gonzalez Law Office are here to help. Find Gonzalez Law Office online at saclegaldefense.com or call them at 916-304-9187. We don't settle for less, and neither should you.
It's the River Cats Report. What's going on with the Giants AAA squad? The River Cats Report.
That's right. It is time for the River Cats Report, and the River Cats are back. That's always great. And it's opening night tonight. The River Cats open up their season with a 3-game weekend series tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday with the hated Albuquerque Isotopes in town. It's a Elliot Ramos bobblehead night presented by Jackson Rancheria Casino, given to the first 2,500 fans. That's tonight. Also, the fan favorite 4-pack is back. Offer tomorrow 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, and 4 hats. Check that all out. You can find out more as you visit rivercats.com for more info. But our River Cats Report, again, the opening night tonight with the Isotopes in town, Albuquerque Isotopes, starting that 3 games. Yeah, we hate them.
I hate the Isotopes, dude.
Cats.
You know, what the hell is an isotope? Isn't that something you look at in a microscope?
No, it's like a radioactive thing.
I'm an isotope.
Yeah.
Got named by The Simpsons.
Let's go, Topes. Welcome back.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Boy, Chris, how you feeling?
I feel fantastic.
Chris is going to be in the best mood today. Just everything's great. He's going to be going through the hall hugging people like he just won the World Series. Chris wrapping up a 3.5-day, 12-pound fast. Good for him.
85-hour fast?
85 hours.
That's a lot of hours.
Now you and I have to get to 86 at some point. By the end of the summer, we're like, I'm at 121. I pay my taxes. Opening day of baseball. I'm not doing it. I'm calling it opening day. I don't care. I know it's opening day, dude. Safe or out. Question 1.
Anything stand out for you on opening day?
Nothing crazy, but I had baseball on all day.
Hey,
I did. And
look at this guy.
I wasn't paying attention.
You watched the Yankees, didn't you?
I saw some Yankees. I saw some Brewer. I saw some Oriole. I saw some Red Sox.
Okay.
I saw a little bit of Giants. A lot of Giants. Some Guardian. Because, I had a vested interest in a Royals player yesterday. Streaking coming up a little bit later. Saw some Padres, saw some Brave because fantasy baseball. I was starting the Braves pitching staff.
Getting intrigued.
Avoided the Dodger.
Yeah.
And
Ryan Kreidler played center last night.
How about that? Mark Kreidler, son of Mark.
Yeah. I had questions for him.
Yeah. A lot of questions. Questions for Ryan. And I had Mariners Athletics.
I thought that was going to be a win for our athletics.
But I'm gonna tell you something that I think will also make you happy. Now, look, none of this means I'm back into baseball.
Right.
I'm just doing I'm doing everything I can to position myself to get back into baseball. I made a decision yesterday. It was a financial decision. It was an early bird decision. I went, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I am Jason Ross, for the first time in years, officially an MLB package subscriber. Yeah, I am. I have access to all the games now on my phone, tablet, or television even. Extra stats. What
is it really you?
I
take the mask
I'm
off.
I'm trying. Now, it may end up being short-lived.
Well, you paid for it.
I paid for it, which
that helps.
Yes.
Now you're gonna feel like, well, I spent money on this.
Absolutely. And it is in my blood that if I spend money on something, I need value.
Never been so proud.
Right. But I don't want any false hopes for any of us, because we come June, I can be like, ugh. But I don't know. I'm trying. If for no other reason, it'll give me more stuff to talk about this summer that's interesting and fun. So yeah, that's
a stunner.
I'm trying.
Good for you.
That's what stood out. You?
I don't know. Just I've always been a kind of a sucker for the pageantry, all that. Just like opening day, how every stadium does it for their home opener and season opener, and just it really what it is. Really, I think more so for the middle of the country and East Coast, it's like the turn officially for them, like the turn to spring, even though some of the days ago, it looks cold out there.
Yeah.
But that's a bigger deal, I think, there than out here, because generally our weather's pretty good. But it's just nice to see that, and the amount of people that were at the parks just taking it in. See a lot of kids out there. I go, this is great.
We're getting a snow game, right? Exactly. By the way, one thing that did stand out to me too, unfortunately, I said I avoided the Dodger game, but Tarek Skubal, the AL Cy Young Award winner last year, 18-4 with a 2.39 ERA, gave up 4 and 5 innings to the Dodgers.
Washed?
He might be, or it just might be. The Dodgers may not lose.
They're on pace to not.
162-0.
Yeah, if they don't underachieve.
Number 2, please. Please, number 2. Please.
The Athletics opened with a home run, but ultimately lost. Did anything feel different?
I think it'll feel different when they get here.
Yeah.
Ultimately, no. We played the clip of the announcer saying, 1-0 Oakland, and Jenny and Dallas were on the call locally, and they talked a little bit about it. You saw some commercials for tickets here and all that. The patch, which I get, whatever.
You see that one guy had a patch on the wrong side?
Oh, the player?
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. No. Yes. They're lined up and they have patches on the wrong side.
They're all mixed up.
And I'll tell you, I felt at one point I was watching the Kings and the A's were both on, and I did send out a tweet because I was in my backyard. You can see I had the 2 TVs on.
Yeah.
And my tweet was going to be, I actually had typed it out and was about to send it, was going to be, gonna need to get used to having 2 major league teams on at the same time in Sacramento.
Uh-huh.
But then I felt like that would be really insensitive to a lot of Oakland A's fans that I'm kind of on their side. I'm very much on their side. So I just said, this is going to take some time to get used to, which it will take some time to get used to. I'm going to struggle with that, Jason, because I don't want to yuck anyone's yum. There are people that are so happy they're here and it's whatever. And I don't want to act like holier than thou, like, oh, you should feel terrible. No, you should. You should have fun.
Yeah, I'm thinking about like the 3 years that they're here too. Yeah. That and I think we have one on. Well, not the exact same thing, but I was thinking opening night. Their first game here is Monday.
Yeah.
They play, but the Kings also play, but it's not home. But like the ninth, they both play, but one's a day game, one's a night game. Whenever they have the same time at 7:00 or something, will be interesting to see because that'll be
weird.
Yeah.
And didn't you say there's a point on the schedule where you might actually try to do the dual fecta?
Yeah, it's the 9th.
And did we ever figure out, is there I don't think there is, right? There's no way anyone could do a trifecta with the Republic, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think there is. Yeah, the 9th. Oh, Greg Papa still wants to come up for that.
Right, see?
Yeah, Greg Papa wants to come up. He reminded me of that a week ago. Number 3, please.
Logan Webb and the Giants won their opener in Cincinnati. Do the vibes seem different this year?
They did, and to be fair, it was even before. It's been through spring training, and yes, it helps that they won, but they do feel different, and that is entirely, I think, or almost entirely, the stank of the Farhan Zaidi era gone. Buster Posey, and now look, no disrespect to Vlade, but Buster Posey, that may end up being a Vlade situation where
gotta wait and see.
You gotta wait and see. But so far, so good, and the vibes do seem good. I don't think any Giants fans are expecting a World Series, but just to have last year's and the year before, those teams were just so damn. It wasn't even that they lost; it was just they're so damn boring and passionless.
Yeah,
I think a lot of us just want exciting baseball this year, win or lose, and obviously more wins.
And anytime it's one game, but you get off to a good start. That's a nice win. You just never know where that can carry you. So yeah, good for them. Logan Webb's he's awesome anyway. So he's gonna have a good year.
From the 916 on the text line, Dave, you inspired me yesterday to watch baseball, so I went to Target and I bought myself some baseball cards and I opened up a pack. I don't know any other people in the pack that I opened up. As I was watching the game, I didn't know any of the people I was watching either. I think I'm screwed. Friend, I hear you.
Yeah.
I know a couple, but there's a lot where I'm like, I was checking a lot of stats. Like, this guy, he's 28. He's been in the league 5 years. This is the first time I've heard this name. Look, we all start somewhere.
Yep.
And in this case, we all restart somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's give it a shot.
For you.
We're in this together. We'll take a break when we come back. Standings watch the night in the NBA, including perhaps the greatest finish in NBA history. Yes, I'm aware of Tracy McGrady. Yes, I'm aware of Reggie Miller. This was insane, and we have multiple audio tracks for you next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
You've got a gas-powered engine. Keep it running like new at every fill-up. Stable in-season protection is your engine's preventative medicine, cleaning and protecting the entire fuel system in season. In outdoor power equipment, prevent gum and varnish buildup that could cause a rough or non-running engine. For cars and trucks, increase fuel efficiency and power by removing deposits, ensuring your engine's long-term health. Stable outperforms the competition in independent lab testing. So at every fill-up, start with Stable.
Headquarters, Folsom Lake Ford. Shop all your favorite models on sale now, like America's best-selling F-Series. Check out a huge selection of Mavericks, F-150s, and Super Duty trucks, or tech-filled SUVs like Explorers and Expeditions. Plus a huge selection of Broncos and Bronco Sports. All in stock now at Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall. Right now, buy any new Ford with zero down on approval of credit. Save big with low interest finance rates. And Folsom Lake Ford always pays top dollar for your trade. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall, a 6-time Triple Crown winner for sales and service excellence. That's why they are my trusted dealer, and they should be yours too. For 35 years and counting, come down and take a test drive today. Tell them Coach Doug Christie sent you, or shop online at FolsomLakeFord.com.
Get ready, NorCal. The Lodi Beer Fest and State Barbecue Championship is on Saturday, April 26th at the Lodi Grape Festival grounds. There will be something for everyone. Craft beers from over 50 breweries, live music, outrageous food, games, plus taste barbecue from world-class barbecue teams. For tickets and more information, go to grapefestival.com. Must be 21 years of age or older to attend. The Lodi Beer Fest, where great brews meet legendary cues. Saturday, April 26th in Lodi. Sacktown Sports is bringing you the biggest live events in town. Whether you're rocking out or dancing the night away, check out the Sacktown Sports live events calendar. Get ready for an epic night out. Papa Roach and Rise Against take over Golden One Center March 29th. That same night, comedy legends Jay Leno and Arsenio Hall bring the laughs to Hard Rock Live Sacramento. Get ready to laugh your socks off. And for all you country fans, Lee Bryce and Walker Hayes hit Ironstone Amphitheater June 21st. Then head to Santa Rosa for Country Summer with Sam Hunt, Kane Brown, and Dustin Lynch June 27th through the 29th. Then back to one of the most beautiful venues as Parker McCollum takes the stage August 16th at Ironstone Amphitheater in Murphys, California. Don't miss out. Find more info and score your chance to win tickets at SacktownSports.com. Again, get all the details on the hottest events happening in town and your chance to win tickets at SacktownSports.com.
Johnny Mosley with Friday's Toyota Tahoe report. The weather's looking a little iffy up here for sure, but there's still plenty of fun to be had on the mountain. Pack a couple extra layers, load up your Toyota, and head on up here.
Thanks, Johnny. Today there's a 40% chance of snow showers before noon with partially sunny skies and a high near 41. Little to no snow accumulation is expected. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny with a high near 45. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Since the launch of the World Handicap System, a golfer's handicap index has been automatically calculated by taking their 8 best score differentials from their most recent 20 rounds. According to Golf Monthly Newsletter, that handicap is not designed to reflect average scores, but how likely you'll play on a course of average difficulty. Handicaps are generally split into 3 different groups: low, mid, and high. A recent report by the USGA showed that the average handicap index for a male is 14.2 and 28.7 for a female. A golfer with a handicap of 1 to 9 is considered to have a low handicap. A handicap of 10 to 19 is generally thought to be a mid-handicapper, and a higher handicap golfer is 20 and above. Nearly 50% of males are mid-handicappers, with 30% carrying low handicaps, and under 20% of female golfers are in the low and mid-handicap groups. Carry your handicap proudly and play on. It's supposed to be fun. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports. All right. Not only is this an insane finish, but the fact that it happened against the Lakers, who at one point, Jason Ross, had a 99.2% chance of winning midway in the fourth quarter. 99.2%.
Might have been when they were up 18.
Might have been. Let's start. Where should we start? I think this might be Chuck Swirsky. I'm not sure. Bill Wennington on the call.
That is the 5th triple-double for Giddey.
No, this is. I want to start with Swirsky here. Hold on. Let me go. Why did that mute? Why is that muted? Why? Why would one work but not the other? Because that works, or that doesn't work, but that works. Let me see. I'll do this right. I promise, guys. Here we go. Here's Chuck Swirsky and Bill Wennington.
And looking is Giddey. Giddey still holding.
115, 110.
Accepted by Vooch. Left corner, Williams for 3. Got it! Big time shot. Patrick Williams, 9.8 to go. And then LeBron threw it away. Kobe left side 3. Yes! Oh my goodness! 6 seconds to go. Kobe White for 3, putting the Bulls ahead. 116, 115 on a turnover by LeBron James. Forecourt, Doncic holding and looking at play to Reeves. Works on Williams to the rim, and a layup is good. 3.3 left.
Lakers up
116 Lakers. Williams to Giddey over the midcourt line. It goes. Midcourt. Oh! It's good! It's good! It's good! Bulls win! Bulls win! Bulls win! Josh Giddey from midcourt from the Bulls logo. What a ball game! Unbelievable!
Showing a Laker fan just in disbelief. Here's the I believe this is the Bulls TV call of that.
That is the 5th triple-double for Giddey. Big possession for both sides.
Boy, it's like he's switching on.
Vucevic covering Reeves. Reeves got it.
They got to stay away from that.
2.5 the difference shot in game clock. Here's Herter. White against Finney-Smith. Drives it. Good cut by Giddey. LeBron James came over to turn.
Okay, so it's 113-110 Lakers. They make a couple free throws. 115-110 Lakers. 12.6 left.
Bill broadcast the next two games. 12 seconds left. Bulls have to hurry.
Weird.
Get it into Vucevic. Quick pass to Williams. Big shot for three. Good. 2-point game. 9.8 left. Oh, loose ball. Giddey. The steal. Right for the lead. Big time players. Big time players. Beat the pace.
Now, this next stretch, when Austin Reeves hits the shot, this to me is the Bulls version of O.J. Mayo hitting his shot against the Kings, and then you get Tyreek Evans. Exactly.
Doncic took the final shot before that. Here's Reeves. Reeves straight to the cup. Plays it in to take the lead. Bulls are out of timeouts. 2 seconds left. Giddey for the win. Go! My God! I cannot believe this. Elizabeth, I'm coming, baby. Oh, no. Improbable. Unbelievable. Impossible. Magic Giddey. Good day, mate.
The little Sanford and Son drop there. Oh, my God.
I hadn't heard the TV one. We played Chuck's last night on the Kings broadcast.
I've been looking for the Lakers version. I can't find it. I'm sure it's somewhere. I'd love to hear it.
It's been burned.
It has. And
11 points in the last 10 seconds, 9 by the Bulls. I mean, that's just incredible.
Let me see some stats here. The Bulls have won 4 straight, 9 of 11. They swept the Lakers with LeBron and Luka on the floor for both games. The Bulls are just a game and a half out of the 8 seed, 2 behind the 7 seed Atlanta Hawks. They were 14 under 500 on March 4th. And here they are. Also, I think I got some. Oh, yes. Here we go. Fourth quarter. Outscored the Lakers 44-26. Went 11 of 13 from the three-point line. Scored 9 points in the final 12 and won on a half-court buzzer beater. Now, look, I'm aware of Tracy McGrady's, 13 points in 20-something seconds. I'm aware of Reggie Miller's 8 points. And obviously, this isn't a playoff game, so we can have fun with that. We're aware of Tyreek Evans. This, to me, just dollar for dollar, is the craziest ending to an NBA game I've ever seen.
And we shrunk that down, obviously. I'm trying to think of being a Bulls or a Lakers fan watching that or being there where you go, okay, down 5, we're in trouble. Nice 3, okay, close. Can we do something? Steal 3, you go ahead.
Yeah.
So the elation there of the home team to be ahead, timeout, and then the Lakers drop a play to what you think is now beat you. And
right.
Like, oh, man, we came from 18 down. Our only hope is a half-court shot, and then for that to go in, what a night.
What an
ups and downs of emotions.
And you know what? I can promise you there's at least 50, 100, maybe even 1,000 people that left that game.
Yeah, at different times, right?
They left. They wanted to beat traffic. Yeah. That's always the risk. Now, granted, you're down 30 in the fourth, fine, but golly. I've left a game early once in my life when I had control over it, once in my life when there was still somewhat of a chance. And I'm going to make an admission because I did not, this is the first time I've publicly made this admission. As a matter of fact, when it happened, I completely lied about it because I couldn't face the music. I've done it once. I was at a Kings game. I was with my daughter. She had school the next day. She was tired. She wanted to go home. The Kings were down pretty decent in the fourth quarter. I went, all right, let's go. Wasn't looking good, right? Turns out that game went to double overtime with the Miami Heat earlier this year, and they won.
Everything everyone does.
Everything everyone does. That is, by the way, the game I've been to this year. Do you know how screwed up in the head I am right now? I don't know even what to do. Do I bring because my wife wants to go to one of the final games. She hasn't been yet. Do I bring my kid? Do I bring my daughter? Do we leave early? Like, what do we do? I don't even know what the superstition rule is there. But That's why you don't leave games early, kids. You never, ever, ever, ever leave games early. If you haven't had a chance to see that ending, I will. And by the way, sorry, this doesn't work on radio. But Jason, you also might have the NBA picture of the year. You guys can look it up if you want. I don't know if you've seen this yet, but whoever the photographer is, that might be the photo of the year.
Wow, I've not seen that.
It's Josh Giddey turned around facing away from the basket with his wrist still in the follow-through, with the clock reading 0.0 behind it.
Red lights.
With the red lights perfectly centered, and then just in between the clock and Giddey, a disgruntled, sad LeBron James.
Besides the fans deep in the background, the only other person you see.
It's
a great shot.
It
looks fake in a sense.
It does. It's gonna. I mean, unless I'm getting faked here, which I don't think I am. That's gonna win an award. Whoever that photographer is. Good for you.
Caption that.
The Mavs beat the Magic last night. They leapfrogged the Suns. All of a sudden, the Mavs are 2-0 with Anthony Davis. Only somebody on this show, not named Carmichael David, made that prediction that the Mavs, if they brought Anthony Davis back, might be a problem. Wait, it was you. Good job, Jason.
Yeah, a little surprised that they won that game. The thing I keep taking away from that is, and I will remember this tomorrow when the Kings are playing the Magic. The Magic were 5 of 30 from 3. So just everybody, as you get ready for that game tomorrow, remember that they're coming off a 5 of 30 3-point shooting game.
I'm not trying to be pessimistic. I'm just going to say I think they'll do better than that.
I agree with you.
I think they're going to do better than that.
So, and then I think, if I'm not mistaken, I looked at it last. Yeah, I think their next game for the Mavs is the Bulls. And when at first you're going, hey, I like what Chicago's doing right now. Maybe that game will be a little tougher for them.
There's another stat I kind of skipped over from that Bulls game. Do you want it?
Yeah.
I mean, you'll be fine with it, but some people won't like this stat. 21 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists.
Yeah.
5 of 10 from beyond the arc for
Herter.
Yeah, Kevin Herter, 40 minutes.
He's playing well. 100% a revenge game.
Revenge of the Lakers. Maybe he still carries over some of that Kings-Lakers rivalry.
Bad blood.
Oh, I hear about Herter. He's gone. We traded him, okay? If you look at the standings as we speak, the Kings at 36 and 37 are now a half game ahead of the Mavericks with their win. They're out of it as far. We're not even paying attention to the Timberwolves or the Warriors. The Suns now 1 full game behind the Kings. They're a half game behind the Mavericks. Jason, you just get the feeling. And as you mentioned earlier, by the way, that Trailblazers loss, that's their 3rd in a row. They've lost 6 of 10. They are now 3.5 behind the Suns. They are a full 4 games behind the Mavericks. Last night, not that they would have, but last night pretty much sealed the deal on the Blazers for the play-in. So with the Kings, Mavs, and Suns, don't you just get the feeling that no matter what happens, that last game against the Suns is going to mean something?
I don't know, honestly.
Do you think the Suns might be out of it by then with their schedule?
I don't. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it really could, though. That's what's exciting about it. Does it mean to get in? Does it mean to who hosts the other team?
Yeah.
The only one that plays tonight are the Suns, and they're in Minnesota against the Timberwolves. So go T-Wolves. That could be, a full game and a half, actually.
Absolutely. And then, obviously, tiebreaker, that's in play, too, with the Kings. And Suns
right, on that last game. And it's good to know, even though, what's the lead on Dallas, you said?
Lead on Dallas is at 1/2 game.
Which equivalent to 1.5 because they got the tiebreaker. But, yeah, the Kings got to keep going.
Thunder win 61. Cavs win number 59. Also, the Pacers and the Wizards.
Franchise record. I remember seeing that score in the media room last night. And the Pacers had like 148 or 140 something, like 8 minutes to go in the game. I'm like, what is it? What?
It was like 151 to 100 at one point that I remember seeing. 162-109 is your final. We'll take a break, a very quick 30-second break. Jason Ross will give you a quick update on what's going on with overhead, and then we'll get into 3 for Madness next.
Saturday afternoon, Kings and Magic. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 12:30. Tip off at 2.
The Kings play here on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Well, I do have that word for you from my friends at the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento. Being that it's still March, not much time left, but ask about the March special. That's $150 off a new garage door with the purchase of a new garage door opener. But so much more that they have to offer at the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento. We've now, I think it's 4 weeks since install of our new doors. I mean, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Just yesterday, went out on a bike ride and I had a good time. My wife's like, it's so great just to be able to open the garage door from the keypad on the side. Yeah, we got the remote. We can open it from the app. And it may sound simple and basic to all of you, and it really is. But when we had garage doors that we actually manually had to open for the 20 years that we had been there, I know we're finally caught up into this century, but we are very, very happy. And it's because, one, the quality, the curb appeal, the way they look with the windows at the top, it's the design we asked for. We went to the showroom to look at it, and it was an easy choice for us. They agreed. They thought they would look great, fit our home, and they do. And, the return on investment, too. It also helps your home value, all those things that we were looking for. And we got to meet some great people along the way. They've been doing this for 70-plus years. Wow. So effective in our community, serving Sacramento, 9 counties around the region. And they're here to help you. So whether it's maybe a fix to your current garage door or brand new doors, residential or commercial, they are here to help. Check out their showroom. Call them at 916-421-3747. Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, the genuine, the original overhead door. Always look for the red ribbon logo.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Close.
You were talking about how overhead's been around for 70 years. And I naturally thought, I was like, have automatic garage door openers been around that long? Did they
maybe not the automatic ones?
Right. But then,
mine literally I had to open.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah. I had a lock on it, because
you had to lift.
First world problems.
Wow.
That's how we had to open our garage door.
Is that when you got home in your Flintstones car where you had to use your feet with your big old steak hanging out the side?
Yeah.
Well, apparently
what's it to you?
Garage doors were, according to the best sources.
What do you got?
The first electric automated garage door opener was invented by Mr. C.G. Johnson in 1926.
Wow. We're almost 100 years in.
Almost 100 years in, and we were trying to figure out what CG might stand for, and you said?
Car garage.
So stupid. Also, it says Mr. Johnson also brought us the first overhead garage doors in 1921.
This guy.
104 years ago. Yeah. On the list, you think about Edison.
Yep.
Alexander Graham Bell, Nikola Tesla, C.G. Johnson, Marconi.
Yeah, no, it's C.G. Johnson.
Yeah, honestly. And you see
Garage Johnson.
Car Garage Johnson. All the other guys have streets named for him.
Right.
Where's Johnson Street?
It's overhead.
It's overhead. 3 for Madness. Question 1.
What was your favorite sports moment or game yesterday?
Well, it's funny you ask, Christopher Laud. It really is funny that you ask. Let me see if I've got a let me see if I've got a clip here of my favorite moment from yesterday.
3.3 left. 117, 116 Lakers. Williams to Giddey over the midcourt line. Giddey goes. Midcourt. Oh! It's gone! It's gone! It's gone! Bulls win! Bulls win! Bulls win!
That was pretty spectacular.
I'll tell you, I had a secondary favorite moment, and I could give you all day, and you wouldn't get it. It's a weird favorite moment, but it made me think for a while. So Chris Murray checked into the game at one point, and Katie and was it Kyle? They were having it's Katie and Kyle. They were having a conversation about and he was like, "Can you tell the difference between the two?" She's like, "Yeah, I can a little bit." I don't know if she's lying or not, because I'm looking at him. I'm like, God, I don't. And then I realized something. Because they were focused in close on Chris Murray. And he has like a little goatee, right? And then they showed Keegan. And he has a little goatee. And it made me think of something. And I really spent way too much time thinking about this. You remember the race car driver, Dick Trickle?
Yes.
That's a funny name, right? Dick Trickle's a funny name. He also could have gone by Rick Trickle, Richard Trickle, Rich Trickle. He made a conscious decision to go by Dick Trickle, which means he welcomed the funniness with his name. Some part of him enjoyed that. It made me realize, of all of the facial hairs you could grow, Keegan and Chris Murray are growing the same facial hair. They like being identical twins.
It's in their DNA.
They make a conscious decision.
Yeah.
I now want to speak to Keegan Murray, and I want to ask him, do you guys consult each other when it comes to this stuff? Because I don't think it's a coincidence they have the exact same hair. They have the exact same goatee. They're not just randomly doing it. Has there been a phone call before where it's like, hey, I'm thinking of growing out the chin. What do you I think I'm growing out the chin.
I shaved 4 days ago as well.
Yeah, I won't
at 5 a.m. in the morning. Me too.
Do they have a calendar, like a family calendar, where it's like shave day, haircut day? They are making.
I ate chicken and rice at 6 p.m. as well.
That's exactly right. They're making a conscious decision, and I love that they do that because you wouldn't think I don't care. I mean, it's whatever. Something matters there.
Did they ever show Chris on the TV every time Keegan scored and the whole place is going Murray? Was he doing the same?
Maybe you thought they were doing it for him, but Chris doesn't work. Keegan does.
Right.
There's only one syllable on Chris.
Yeah.
Anyways, those are my favorite sports moments.
Follow-up question on the first highlight you played, which was an incredible call by Chuck Swirsky and the Bulls win.
Yeah.
Scenario flip, and I'm going to say Austin Reeves hits a half-court shot to win the game for the Lakers.
Yeah.
As good of a moment?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Good.
No.
Appreciate your honesty.
Not at all.
I mean, I got a Yankees win. I got a Kings win. But my brother and my nephew went down to San Francisco to the final, or to those 2 games yesterday. And that second game, Texas Tech and Arkansas.
Yeah.
That was awesome college hoops.
That's amazing that they
with what was on the line. I mean, the Lakers game.
Hawkins will give it to Toppin. Now back to Hawkins. 1:45 to go. Toppin dribbling left, fakes right, turns left again, turns right, flips it up and in. Toppin with 18. 81-78 Texas Tech.
And
I thought that was pretty awesome, just because it's also the tournament and what it means. Winner goes home. Duke Arizona was really good too, but that game was incredible.
If you could have picked any game to go to, that would have been the one to go to.
Yeah,
they were down there for it.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. And Jason, since it's Friday fun and games. We're all in a great mood. I'm even going to do something else for you, just because I love you.
3-2, 2 out, 2 on, 4-2 Yankees. Williams left the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Victory for the New York Yankees in the opener. They beat the Milwaukee Brewers by the count of 4-2.
Forgot.
Kay.
That's
was that not Michael?
No,
Kay?
He's the new guy he's been in Seattle for Dave Sims.
Oh, it is Dave Sims.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in the summer. Going, wait, why did he got the Yankee job?
I think it's if anytime I hear a Yankees announcer that's not John
Sterling,
I think it's automatically Michael Kay. By the way, Sims is a hell of a oh my god,
that's a really good hire.
He's probably my favorite that is a hell of a hire, by the way. He would do those little videos of himself for the Mariners on the big calls.
Nice.
And you just watch, and he's just a pro's pro. But I miss, look, not a Yankee fan, respect the history.
You miss it?
Yankees win. Yankees win. Yankees win.
Dave is a baseball guy.
You are. That's classic.
Long-time baseball guy.
That's classic. Eric says anybody calling games is new since Dave Niehaus. He's kind of. I'll give him that. It was Dave Grosby as well. With I believe wasn't he on down here at some point? Am I just thinking of somebody else?
Crosby?
Yeah,
he
okay.
was.
That's what I thought. All right, number 3, please.
Question 2.
Or 2.
Adam Silver said they're honing in on expansion now. Seattle was specifically mentioned. Do you think it's finally happening?
Yeah, I think this has been in the works for a long time, and it's for sure Seattle and probably almost certainly Las Vegas. And we'll play his comments a little bit later, but he was basically like, yeah, we had to get the TV deal out of the way, and now we're trying to find, basically, long story short, they're trying to find what the price is, and the Celtics selling, I don't know if that helped or hurt, but it does crystallize some things. You've got the Celtics selling. You've got the TV deals about to kick in. There's a lot of things going on there. And so if the Celtics sell for $6 billion and the average price of an expansion team or an NBA team, I want to say I saw it, I might be off, is like 3.5 right now. For a while it was like, oh, it's going to be $1 billion fee. No, it's not. And you're going to take whatever. I imagine in the end, the expansion fee is going to be somewhere around whatever the average is, rounded up to the nearest billion. So right now, I would say they're probably honing in somewhere around a $4 billion expansion fee. But they've also got to work with the ownership groups because There's going to be stadium, arena things, stuff that they have to expend, a bunch of CapEx or just brand new
Seattle
stuff.
won't need an arena, right?
Well, I don't know if they're, because they have, are they going to automatically use Climate Pledge? Or are they going back to the renovated Key Arena?
I can't see them doing that.
I can't either. But isn't Climate Pledge the Kraken now? And I don't have clarity. I honestly don't know. I can ask somebody as to whether or not that's a dual use. I thought they were going to eventually have their own NBA arena. I would imagine they would. I know the NBA doesn't like sharing that much. In Vegas, it's probably less of a problem. They have 17 new arenas.
10 minutes.
Right, exactly. But yeah, they're honing in on that, and the other owners are like, this is one of the few ways for them, for example, for Kings owners, since they not that we're feeling bad for them,
right,
but since they bought the team, I'm not sure that they've gotten a single check front. You're supposed to get overages and you get a little bit.
They're not liquid. They're increasing the value.
Right, but they've had to make a lot of capital calls. This is an opportunity for a lot of owners, both majority and minority, to actually get some cash back.
Yeah, this is a win, and it's like the worst kept secret because it makes sense, right?
Yes.
Seattle, the market would do well. Just even realignment. I mean, the what is it? We got the Pacific Division. Is it the Midwest? I don't even know what it is, but it kind of is. It's all over the place with Minnesota, Utah, Portland. Like, it just gives some more West Coast regional. They might do some realignment here. Vegas and Seattle go into the West. Maybe Memphis or Minnesota go to the Eastern Conference. Who knows? But it just makes too much sense.
If the fee ends up being $4 billion, I actually think it'll be $5 billion. But if the fee ends up being $4 billion, and that's times 2 teams, that's $8 billion. I actually pulled my calculator out for this one, so we don't run into the problems we did last time. That's almost $270 million per team.
For doing nothing.
For just owning it.
For existing.
Hey, here's $270 million.
How's your day going? That's pretty good. We just made $270 million. Well, along with the other money we made today.
Would you go through the drive-through ATM to deposit that check? Or would you go in?
That's when you get the big check, right?
That's exactly.
The league sends the really big check.
Big check.
Here with a big check, literally. You have to sign it?
Oh, yeah, sign the back.
Slamson.
Maybe they do it with their phone. They take a little mobile phone picture. Number 3, please.
Question 3.
Silver also said last year's All-Star format was a miss. Do you agree?
By the way, I think I do deposit the big check. And they go, can I get 20 back? $20.
Let me get 100, please.
Yeah.
I don't think it was a miss. I think it was a foul tip. Like I do. I liked the format. I don't think it's the best answer, but I think I liked the format. What killed it was that like 25-minute break. Yeah. So I'm kind of sad that I love the Elam ending. I loved a lot of things like that, but there are some rumors that with the game moving to NBC next year, and it's going to be going during the Winter Olympics, that might facilitate the theme of what we've all kind of been waiting on, which is NBA versus the world. And so there's that. It seems like that's kind of where they're nodding right now.
Yeah, there were some wins there. I don't think it was a failure but I mean, I look at like Kevin Hart, the entertainment part that they were reaching for, like, let's try to get. No, tried too hard.
The TNT thing was dumb.
Tried too hard.
Yeah.
Play the game.
Yeah.
It was different. It wasn't the worst thing. It's also just an exhibition.
Yeah.
So the game didn't count. Like, it's for entertainment too, but I think the entertainment part that they tried wasn't as successful as the actual play on the floor.
Well, there was a lot of successful entertainment last night in San Francisco and other places for March Madness as some big teams advance, and John Calipari gave the number 3 seed Texas Tech Red Raiders all they could handle. Also, in the next segment, don't call yet. We're going to give you Jay Leno and Arsenio Hall tickets, pair number 1 of 2 to give away today. We'll be right back after this.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more.
With AutoPay plus taxes and fees, plus $5 per line without AutoPay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Motorola Edge on us with 24 monthly bill credits and new line for well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 per line connection charge. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
It's Carmichael Dave talking to you about my good friends at American Energy. You're in the Sacramento area. You know how the seasons work. They are a-changing right now. So American Energy wants to help you stay warm for the rest of the cold season, but help you stay cool during the warm season. Best way to do that, make sure your system is operating safely. So right now is the time to take advantage of half off a tune-up, $24.50. They cut that right in half, and if you want a diagnostic, guess what? You can't beat free. If it's free, it's me, and now it can be you. And also, it's the end of the season blowout. $4,000 off a new system plus any rebates. That $4,000, that's a direct drop from the sticker price. It's a great deal. Check them out at theaeway.com or an instant quote, or give them a call at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. Tell them your good buddy Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Spring is in the air, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping for new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. Plus, get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Paul Mitchell, The School, Sacramento, and Stoney's Rockin' Rodeo. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
As we get into March Madness, I'd like to have a quick roundtable because I'm a little hesitant here. This is a safe space. Being a little vulnerable here with the conversation. All opinions are welcome. I don't know what to do with Josh Giddey because since the All-Star break, he's averaging 23 points, 10.5 rebounds, 9.2 assists, 1.5 steals on 53, 52, 81. He just turned 22 in October. On the year, he's averaging 14, 8, and 7. Also, I still know how to. If take the off-court stuff out just for a second, which I get it. I'd be like, dude, did Sam Presti finally make a mistake? Or, I think it's fascinating to break down that Giddey Caruso deal. And also, would Giddey be doing the same thing on the Thunder? And if he was, holy crap. But if he was doing the same thing on the Thunder, would that be unnecessary because Caruso gives them more of what they need? And is that like the ultimate win-win for both? I think that's with the development of Josh Giddey, I think that's actually a really fascinating side story to the NBA season between the Thunder, who are gunning for a championship, and the Bulls, who have some really good vibes right now and are trying to get through a rebuild.
Is your Giddey question more about the ew or about
It's more about the ew, because then it's like, okay, but then every single time you talk about him, you need to acknowledge. But then I'm thinking, and again, I'm just being vulnerable here, guys. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. do you do the thing where it's like innocent until proven guilty? He was never convicted of anything, but then you see the things and I
don't know I don't
either.
The rules, like, is that for the rest of his career?
Yeah,
is that I'm not
statute of limit?
Not condoning anything, but is it like he's playing, like you evaluate him as a player, or is it, hey, I'm going to hang on to that forever? I don't know. I don't know the right thing.
Look, there's bigger and more important things than how a guy does in basketball, obviously. And
right.
As a father of a daughter, I'm we're sensitive to this stuff.
But also if like it continued,
right.
We're talking about something else. But
right.
I don't know.
I don't know what to do. It's like if look, it's obviously a different transgression, but it'd be the same thing if Miles Bridges was having an MVP caliber year. It's like
he still would be having an MVP caliber year.
He still would be having an MVP caliber year, and he's not in jail. He's legally playing, so you got to cover him. But also, it's like it's like I feel like you got to do a disclaimer. The following analysis does not include.
Yeah, my overall thought on that for whether it's baseball or an athlete, let's say, or someone famous, is sometimes the label stays.
Yep.
And other times it doesn't, and I don't know why.
I don't either. There are some conversations I see about the greatness of Karl Malone that are all about the greatness of Karl Malone. And then you see about the other half, it's like, well, Karl Malone was great, but also a disgusting human.
Yeah, I don't feel like that's as much, though.
I don't think it is either. But let me tell you, and you know this, if anyone should have that label, it's Karl Malone.
Absolutely.
But that's not what we do. And I don't know. There's no hard and fast rule.
Yeah, I think one that we were just talking about it as a family, like probably maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, but like Will Smith.
Yeah,
the actor, like was probably about as universally liked. I mean, maybe
yes,
not ever, but
you're
like,
right.
This guy's pretty popular, pretty well liked, and has a very public. I don't even know transgression. I don't even know how to describe that.
We slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars.
Yeah, we see it, we saw it, and then it's like I don't know. I think everybody feels differently about him.
They do, and again, there's
now you're like measuring though, like. Someone did this, and this person had a DUI and killed somebody. It's like, yeah, but they're like, wait, what? What do we?
Right? What's the?
How do we do this? Who's keeping score of this?
Right. Then you start. You're comparing transgressions and offering. It's almost like a sport.
Yeah.
Where you're saying, well, that's about a 9 on a scale of 10 of bad things. That was a 6.
Not as bad as this.
Not as bad as this. And to your point, Will Smith for a completely different generation. You know, and obviously the transgressions are insanely different. But you said about Will Smith. Well, once upon a time, I mean, he was like one of the most universally liked people in the world. You know who else was? O.J. Simpson.
True.
O.J. Simpson, for anyone over, 40, 35?
Right.
He was in any poll of most liked sports people at or near the top.
Right.
Everyone's nice guy.
And still was during some of his the trial and things like that. I mean, it's crazy.
100%.
I always say, too, on the Will Smith one, it plays completely differently. Same thing happens, but the story is internet later where he hit Will Smith at an after party. Or he hit Chris Rock at an after party.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't see it.
We didn't see it.
He still hit him or slapped him, whatever. We saw that. I mean.
We don't have film to break down.
Knock him out. He didn't knock him down. But it's like, oh, that's the worst thing I've ever seen.
That's 100% right. Well, and here's the other thing. And again, this is a tough conversation.
Yeah.
But Ray Rice.
Yeah.
We saw that in the elevator.
Yep.
Okay. What if there was film on Josh Giddey?
True.
Is he even playing basketball right now?
It's a fair question.
And it's strange. And there's some, I haven't even looked at the text or the chat yet. There's going to be some people, and God bless you, that are, look, if you did these things, I will never, I don't want to hear your name. Good for you. And then there's others like, well, I need to analyze the thing. But if you'd have told, look, dude, this is just a universe. I think this is going to be every generation. If you'd have told 12-year-old Carmichael Dave that Karl Malone, Bill Cosby, the Fresh Prince, and O.J. Simpson would all have completely different reactions when you say their name in 2025 than in the late 80s, it blown my mind, because you're talking about some of the most beloved people, period.
Yep.
Period.
Yeah.
Not athlete, not actor, not singer. I mean, we aren't even getting to Michael Jackson. It's just so crazy. So with Josh Giddey, I want to cut. It's a very compelling basketball story, and not just because of last night, but also, Segueing out of that, super fun, Dave. March Madness. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to barrel through. Duke advances. Big night from Cooper Flagg. You saw why last night with Cooper Flagg. You saw it.
Yeah, you try to place him in the NBA. He's already been thought of as the number one pick. You're right. You see it. I just see him as a 4 that like can switch and guard a lot of different people, which in this league, if you can find a power forward like Mobley, that you're like, oh, he's guarding the center or he's guarding the 4 or like he got switched out on the guard. Yeah, we're good. We're okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not going to be able to stop everybody. You're like, that's really good. And then obviously his offensive gifts. He's a good athlete.
Right.
Scores on lots of levels, assists, rebounds. It's like, man, yeah, get him if you can. He's going to be awesome. Looks like
he really. And by the way, one thing that I think when you look at a prospect like that, you're oh, he's big. He can hit the 3. Oh, look at the dunk. Wow, he's got hops. Also, a dude can defend.
Yes,
and block shots.
Yeah, and so when you go back even to the Olympic team, this version of the Dream Team that played last year that won with Steph and LeBron, and all the stories you heard there with KD, like this dude was giving us buckets. Like he's a problem. And at 17 at the time or 18, whatever he was.
He's a kiddo. Ooh. Yeah. It's going to be fun to watch him in the NBA.
And there's some small murmurs that he may stay. Very small. I don't know that he will, but he loves it.
Let me ask you this. I've heard those rumors too. Do we have an example of that? Because I was trying to think about that, and I feel like there
college hoops lately. No.
Last 10, 20 years. Do we have an example of somebody who's the presumptive number 1 pick?
I don't think so.
Do we even have that in football?
Well, they don't come out as early, right?
Yeah, true. But I'm saying even like...
Didn't Peyton Manning go back for one more year? If I'm remembering right. But that sounds right. 30 years ago or whatever.
I know it was a much different time. Did Aikman come out as a senior from UCLA?
Yeah.
He did, okay. Because that whole thing was Aikman and Rodney Peete, which, by the way, seeing Rodney Peete in Japan made me smile.
Yeah.
Alabama was... I mean, look, it's weird when a team gets blown out like BYU did. And I don't think any less of BYU.
Yeah.
That was all Alabama is really good.
Yeah, and where you go, styles make fights. Both teams run, and BYU was like, yeah, we're going to do it too. We're going to run with you. It's just Alabama couldn't miss, and neither one backed out from what they do. Alabama was just better yesterday.
More respect for UConn because Maryland's a very good team.
Yeah.
And they stayed with Florida for a minute, and they just couldn't. Florida just.
It felt like Florida was better, and they were.
They were way too strong. Depending on how Florida does, as this tournament progresses, I'm going to be more and more convinced that UConn's a top 5 team.
Yeah.
At that time, they were a top 5 team.
Bad draw.
Absolutely. Bad draw. And then Texas Tech, Arkansas, game of the night.
Yeah.
And it just shows you what coaches can do.
Mm-hmm.
John Calipari should be really, really proud of the season he's had. You had Calipari there. You had St. John's, which didn't have as good a result in the tournament with Rick Pitino, but it's good to see when coaches take over programs and bring them back a little bit.
Yeah, in year 1. So give Coach Cal another year, more time. They're going to
That's one recruiting class. Yeah, good luck in a few years. We'll take a break. When we return, the Sacramento Kings shoot a season high 64.9%, second best all year long of any team, according to Jason Ross stats.
I made it up.
We got that. Now we'll hear from Doug Christie next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
What sets Ashton & Price apart from other injury law firms? I'll tell you. From beginning to end, all important legal decisions are made directly between our clients and their experienced local attorney. A gate agent flying the plane, the receptionist performing surgery, not a chance. There's simply no substitute for the unique power of the direct attorney-client relationship offered by Ashton & Price. And there's never a fee until we win, and between you and me, we win a lot.
Remember, for the best advice,
Don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Spring is here, and that means gigantic savings for all your oil change needs at Jiffy Lube today. Get a $25 gift card with the purchase of any Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil change through May 31st at your local Jiffy Lube service center in the greater Sacramento areas. And don't forget about the additional $30 off online coupon at jiffylube.com. Terms apply. Valid email address required. See pennzoil.com/rewards for details. Jiffy Lube, huge spring savings for you today.
Attention tax accountants. The following message is for you. Tax season is here, and if you're an accounting firm, the pressure is on. Long hours and tight deadlines make this time of year a challenge for even the most seasoned tax professionals. But this tax season, Blue Jay has your back. Powered by generative AI, Blue Jay is the preferred partner solution of CPA.com for tax research. Ask a complex tax question, and Blue Jay gives you better tax answers in seconds. Save time, maximize your clients' refunds with high-speed, accurate, and intuitive AI technology. Built with a library of only the most trusted tax resources, updated daily to keep up with changes in tax. For a limited time, save 40% off at bluejay.com/start now. That's BLUE, the letter J.com/start now. Or text BLUE to 511-511. Save 40% by texting BLUE to 511-511. Tax accountants don't leave money on the table. Stress less and text BLUE to 511-511 today. Tax fees may apply.
You know the old early bird and worm thing? Well, here's an early bird special and Bonnie's lowest price of the year. Imagine an entire new HVAC system replacement, both heating and cooling, for as low as, ready? $11,789. Take advantage of that. $11,789. Hurry though, this is a limited offer and ends April 15th. The sooner you act, the sooner you save. Plumbing, electrical, heating, and air, Bonnie.com. Some restrictions apply. License 696-355.
Toyota's Ready, Set, Go sales event ends soon. Power up your drive with more miles and fewer fill-ups. Toyota leads the way with more hybrids than any other brand, backed by Toyota's legendary reliability. Shop great deals on 16 Toyota hybrid models from the longest-lasting brand on the road. Plus, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, a 2-year complimentary scheduled maintenance plan. Don't miss the final days of Toyota's Ready, Set, Go sales event. Toyota, let's go places. See your Toyota dealer for Toyota Care details and exclusions.
The only place you'll find Keegan Murray is Sacktown Sports.
Out to Keegan Murray, straight away for three, and Keegan knocks down the triple.
Hey Sacramento, it's Keegan Murray, and you're listening to the home of Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Saving for retirement was tough enough for us.
Yes, and navigating markets can be challenging at times.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we take a disciplined approach with your investments.
Tell us more about that.
We take an active approach to money management, positioning your portfolio for opportunities we see ahead.
So all your clients get the same portfolio?
No, we tailor your portfolio to your individual goals and needs.
What about communication? We don't like being left in the dark.
We check in regularly to keep you informed on the markets and your portfolio.
Which means you'll help us stay on track.
Yes, our goal is your comfortable retirement. And as a fiduciary, we always put your interests first, because we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
We got to turn the punch bowl on the chat. I'll monitor that. Let the chatters.
Monitoring the situation?
I don't know. I just saw one thing, but occasionally somebody will drop into the chat and start spazzing out, and always want to protect those guys and girls. Jiffy Lube, drive the game, 1-800-920-1140, 916-339-1140. If you know the Jiffy Lube drive of the game, you can get yourself a $100 gift certificate to Jiffy Lube. A balanced attack last night for your Sacramento Kings, Jason Ross.
Really good. I mean, all the way through, even with the little tweak to the starting lineup, not because of the surprise. We thought Malik was starting, and then it turned out to be Keon. Mm-hmm. The whole group was good. Keegan started it. I think Sabonis had his typical big night. Zach LaVine. Now we know what it looks like when he's really good with this team.
Yes.
DeRozan double-double. Keon career high 6 steals. It's just a lot. The list was long of the people that played well. They played really well.
There's a universal truth. When you win and you win big, things work and everybody's smart.
Yeah.
Okay. So that being said, though, last night, Keon Ellis started. Malik Monk came off the bench and had 16 points in 17 minutes in his first game back from being sick. The bench itself had 29 points, which is pretty good for a Kings bench. Jonas Valanciunas was 6 and 6 as well. And what you had there is you had two guys that can play very good defense in Keegan Murray and Keon Ellis. You had your two scorers, still not necessarily convinced that they can operate on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
But I know this. I'd rather have DeRozan and LaVine on the floor than DeRozan, LaVine, and Monk on the floor.
Yeah, and the way it ended, obviously they shot a season best. The one thing they didn't do well, they were terrible with the basketball. So they had turnovers, but when they got shots, they were efficient, shot a season best, like we said. But it didn't feel like it was strictly that they made shots to me watching it. I thought they were crisp. The decisions they were making, the ball, there was a snap to it. There was an energy where I didn't feel like there's a lot of dribbling and ISO. It just, I don't know. It didn't feel, there was more cutting and movement. It looked better. Obviously, the result was good, but it just looked better.
Yeah, it looked a lot better. It was smoother. And what have we talked about for a long time? It's roles, knowing your roles, having defined roles, fitting the puzzle piece together. And when I see DeMar DeRozan with 10 assists, I go, okay,
yeah.
if that's the role he can play, you are the clear secondary scoring option and a facilitator. You ain't going to average 10 assists. I don't need that. But there's going to be some nights where other teams decide to go after Zach LaVine. If DeRozan's on the floor, okay, great. Guess what? D-Rose getting some pretty open shots.
Sure.
And oh, by the way, here's Keon, here's DeMontis Sabonis, here's Keegan Murray. That's where I think this team can be its absolute best.
Yeah, and then I just think philosophy, too. I know this team likes to shoot a lot of threes.
Mm-hmm.
They made a ton, a season best against OKC, but they were awful in the paint. Last night they established the paint early, dominated in there, and made enough three. Like, they didn't have this amazing three-point shooting night.
Right.
They were just really good offensively.
The mischievous side of me really wants I was just about to say something like, man, and if only, who would have thought that Keon Ellis starting and Malik coming off the bench would have been effective? Let me just say this to everybody else, and I'm calling myself on this too. I'm not going to talk any garbage because, yes, we've been saying this, but I know this for me. I said something very similar when Malik Monk got his first start, and I believe they won that game. And it was, well, who would have thought Malik starting? There are a lot of us. I see you out there. Some of you did the same thing. You're talking a bunch of smack. We all were when Malik Monk started. So we got to keep that same energy. You just got to play around with it until you've got to expect.
Want to redo?
No, let's go to Doug Christie.
Okay.
Details are where it's at, Jason Ross. Here's Doug. Hi, Doug.
Hi.
And put together a ball game against a team that has been playing well out of the All-Star break. They beat us. Chauncey's done one heck of a job with that team. A lot of length, athleticism. A lot of guys are shooting really well. There was, I try to reach our goals and get our guys to reach our goals. Obviously, 27 3-pointers isn't enough and 23 assists. But 60 points in the paint is solid, and got to bring those turnovers down. But all in all, in a game that we really needed, guys came with the proper focus and attention to detail to get it done.
Yeah. So, look, it's true. Also, last night, Doug is fond of putting little acronyms on the on the board.
I didn't see what it was.
He went Ted Lasso and he spelled it out. Last night's word was believe. Maybe you better do the same thing tomorrow.
Yes.
Don't put no more letters up there. You better be a word. I think this is James here to start out the post game presser, asking Doug Christie about the little starting five mix up that they had.
Doug, starting lineup was announced with Malik. Then we saw Keon start. What went into that decision? What exactly happened there?
The decision was already made. I think, we got 41 games here, and sometimes you at the scores table, you can get a little mix up, but no one asked me when I came in here earlier. I might have told you, Jay. if you asked. Yeah. This is the one time you didn't ask me 2 questions. You asked me 1, and I answered it.
Ooh. Sounds like a little bad blood there.
Beef.
Huge beef. Massive beef. Okay, so that happened yesterday. Well, what about Malik Monk starting going forward now that he's over the illness?
Trying to work Malik back in and make sure that he's comfortable and he's feeling good. Like I told you guys in the presser in the beginning, Malik is okay with whatever. He is the consummate professional, and these guys understand winning over everything. So it's something that we will look at as we go. But for somebody who's been out as long as he has with the sickness, and to be 6 for 9, 2 for 3, I'm gonna get on him about the turnovers always. That's just what I do. And he's gonna tell me some words that I can't use here, and I'm gonna love him for it. But he was fantastic. He played a really, really solid game, and you can see how much that we miss Malik and what he brings to the ball club.
This is a crapshoot. MC said that in the chat just now when Sabonis isn't playing. It's a crapshoot. What is that from?
I don't know.
Is that like? Because I think about you're crap, you think poop, but I don't think that is that from like playing craps. And you're shooting,
that's exactly what it
you're
is.
Shooting craps, right? And the luck. Oh, apparently, according to Merriam-Webster, she's a fine person.
Yes.
It's a new word. The earliest examples back in the 60s, but was not widely used until the 80s. It's an Americanism. But it's shooting craps, right?
Yeah.
You're not out there like cocking a shotgun, shooting turds through the air. Like I thought.
Much like the movie Richie Rich when they did that.
When they shot turds in the air?
Bag of manure.
Oh, okay. Well, that'd be a crapshoot.
Did not see Richie Rich.
I did. Yeah, I missed Richie Rich.
He had a McDonald's in his house. 1994.
Was that Macaulay?
Yes.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of do remember that now. It was Macaulay Culkin.
And John Lithgow playing a bad guy and shooting Richie Rich several times.
Wait, hold on. John Lithgow shot Richie Rich? Yes. Wasn't Richie Rich a kid?
Yeah.
What? The things we used to watch. We'll take a break. When we come back, hey, it's Friday, which means Friday Fun and Games. That's coming up later in the show.
It is.
You know what the segment? Some say the best segment of the entire program is Kings Rewind, especially after a win.
Well, and if we're the best show on the station, doesn't that make it the best part of the station?
Wow.
You said it, Chris.
He said it.
Yeah.
We didn't say it. We've not once said we're the highest rated show on the station by a good margin. At all. We're actually proud of everybody on the station. Yes, of course, we're a juggernaut. Yes, we're outpacing the whole station when it comes to the station. But the station, top 5.
Even Michael Jordan needed Scottie Pippen.
Absolutely right. Allen did amazing, and I know he's shown his appreciation. Whitey and Kyle are on every afternoon 2 to 6. We're proud of everybody.
Yes.
We'll take a break. When we come back, Kings Rewind next.
The only place you'll find Keegan Murray is Sacktown Sports.
Out to Keegan Murray, straight away for 3, and Keegan knocks down the triple.
Hey Sacramento, it's Keegan Murray, and you're listening to the home of Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
All power, zero compromise. Ego cordless outdoor power equipment features advanced lithium battery technology that exceeds the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, or fumes. From blowers and trimmers to mowers and pressure washers, one battery powers over 90 tools. No wonder it is the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Power beyond belief. Visit egopowerplus.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's egopowerplus.com.
Huge savings now on new 2025 Silverado at the Maida Chevy Silverado Supercenter. Save $11,000 off MSRP after rebate every new Silverado LT Turbo Max with Maida Chevy's exclusive all in-stock pricing. And Maida Chevy has one of the largest selections in the Sacramento area. $11,000 off new Silverado at the Maida Chevy Silverado Supercenter. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Not available with special financing, leasing, some other offers.
Great deal at Maida.
Get ready, NorCal. The Lodi Beer Fest and State Barbecue Championship is on Saturday, April 26th at the Lodi Grape Festival grounds. There will be something for everyone. Craft beers from over 50 breweries, live music, outrageous food, games, plus taste barbecue from world-class barbecue teams. For tickets and more information, go to grapefestival.com. Must be 21 years of age or older to attend. The Lodi Beer Fest, where great brews meet legendary cues. Saturday, April 26th in Lodi.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
Designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Welcome to Staples.
I hear Staples prints it all for any business.
You bet, and we'll beat any print quote.
So if I had a pizza place...
Staples can print signs, menus, pizza boxes.
A landscaping business?
Oh, we can print yard signs, t-shirts, brochures.
How about a pizza/landscaping business? I'll call it Dough and Mo.
I like it.
Right now at Staples, get up to $250 off your print purchase. Ends 4/5 exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for offer details. Price match guarantee valid in store and staples.com/print. Visit staples.com/price match for details.
JCPenney makes spring fashion look so easy. Throw on something light, bright, and extra comfy. Mix and match new arrivals from your fave brands and create affordable outfits with ease, like the perfect St. John's Bay polo paired with chinos, or a simple sweater and denim combo from A&A. Get that Liz Claiborne handbag you love, plus those cute sandals to match. For warmer nights, pick out cool, lightweight sleep sets from Umbriel. Come shop, bring the fam, and start chasing those spring vibes now. JCPenney, make it count.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom,
with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Yeah, I just saw that during the break. It looks like Bangkok had a 7.7. I don't know if it was centered in Bangkok or what the deal is there, but a 7.7 magnitude earthquake.
Wow.
Hit Myanmar and Thailand, a high rise, and that's what I saw. I saw the video of this. A high rise out there in Bangkok collapsed. Obviously, there's going to be massive casualties there. It was the epicenter was near Mandalay, which is Myanmar's second largest city, followed by a strong 6.4 magnitude aftershock. You look at some of this destruction out there is just terrible. So, we've got some friends out there I was just on the phone with that are, thank goodness, okay. One of my friends was just telling me that he was getting ready to take like one of those bicycle street taxis.
Mm-hmm.
He was about to get on, and he didn't realize an earthquake was going on. He's a little bit older than us, but thought he was actually having some sort of episode, like a stroke or something. Yeah. And so he sat down on the. He couldn't catch his balance, so he sat down on the curb and put his head between his knees, took some deep breaths, and then started hearing screaming and everybody coming out of their homes and stuff and buildings, and realized, oh, it's not me, but was just talking about how when you don't know there's an earthquake and that happens and the equilibrium goes completely. I cannot imagine. I've lived in this city, or I've lived in Northern California my whole life, with the exception of a year in Omaha, a year in Minnesota. I, to this day, and I count myself lucky, actually, I have never felt an earthquake in my life.
Wow.
I've never once felt an earthquake in my life, and I was watching the Giants A's. I still remember in '89. I was watching it in my living room. I remember watching the game in Al Michaels, and I remember the TV was going weird, and then I look over and or I didn't even look over. I was watching the game, and then my mom goes, "Oh my goodness." And I look over, and we had our dining room table right adjacent from the TV, had a little, it's not a chandelier. It was like a hanging light with a little thing. I don't want to make it sound fancy. And it was waving back and forth. And then we had one of those little doughboy pools outside, and there was water just whoosh, 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 coming out of there. And I feel it. I was on a big old red pillow.
Yeah.
One of the mid floor pillows from the 80s.
Right.
Anyway, so thoughts with everybody out there. All right. Kings Rewind.
What a transition.
What a transition starts right now, please. Or right now. Or right now.
Well, Thursday night marked the end of the Sacramento Kings season-long 7-game homestand, where it was starting to feel like the home cooking wasn't very good.
Is that onion and ketchup?
Taste it.
I know what that's from.
Me too. Consecutive losses to the Bulls, Bucks, Celtics, and Thunder left the Kings fans anxious and debating whether or not it would benefit the franchise more to win the final 10 games or to lose them.
Frustrated isn't a word for it. This is.
Well, the Portland Trailblazers came into the season without many expectations, but thanks to improved play and the slide by the Kings, they were back in the mix and felt like last night's game was a must-win.
What would you know about pressure?
Well, yeah.
Malik Monk had been out the last 3 games due to illness, but was finally back and ready to roll.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
A pregame error had Malik in the starting lineup, and he was formally announced as a starter, but Keon Ellis actually got the nod. What just happened? With Dallas winning their game before the Kings even tipped off, everyone knew that the Mavs had caught the Kings, and the Suns were just a half game back.
Good luck. We're all counting on you.
We are all counting on you.
Last game against the Thunder, the Kings shot lights out from 3, but were dismal from 2. Thursday, the Kings started on the inside and really never left the paint. The Kings crushed the Blazers in the paint in the first quarter, 20-6, and established a 9-point lead.
I must break you.
In the second quarter, Zach LaVine got going as he scored 13 in the quarter and had 20 at the break.
That is a lot of guacamole.
When LaVine scores 22 or more, the Kings are now 8-3.
Is that all? Why didn't you tell me?
That's great.
By halftime, the lead was comfy at 18-point advantage for the Kings. It was important not to let up, and Sacramento did not. In the third, Domantas Sabonis started to dominate. He went for 14 in the third quarter and reached his typical double-double numbers. How about this? In the quarter, he also made his first three-pointer since February 21st, a stretch that had him missing 15 in a row.
Look at that. What am I not good at?
Hey.
The fourth quarter turned out to be cruise control for the Kings as they just never let up. The only blemish on the night, the Kings did have a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, they did.
But the good numbers included a season-best 64.9% shooting for the team, which was also the second-best night for any team in the NBA this season.
I'm better than you, and you know it.
The Kings win, the losing streak is over, and the beam is back. DeMar DeRozan, he had a double-double.
I'm glad D-Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve him neither.
Zach LaVine led all scorers with 29.
Bean.
Keon Ellis had a career-high 6 steals.
Give me that. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
by
it's
the way.
really good.
That's really good.
A well-balanced attack and a quality win for the Sacramento Kings.
Oh, I'm so happy I can't even feel my arms.
Now Sacramento begins their last road trip of the season. It will be 6 games in 6 cities covering a week and a half.
We're going to South Carolina and Oklahoma and Arizona and North Dakota and New Mexico. We're going to California and Texas and New York. And we go to South Dakota and Oregon and Washington and Michigan. And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House.
You know, with everything that's happened in presidential politics since then, you ever stop and go, this dude's entire campaign was completely derailed because that dude said, yeah!
By a scream.
By a scream.
He was fired up.
He was fired up.
That was it. Like, that's weird. Can't have that.
I'm wondering if Howard Dean, who I think is still with us, I'm wondering if Howard Dean ever sitting around in Florida eating tuna fish, because that's what old people do, going, I screamed!
Yeah.
That's all I did!
This tuna fish is good.
Yeah!
Well, the road trip starts in Orlando on Saturday when the Kings look for some revenge against the Magic.
Abracadabra.
And there you go. That's how it played out last night on our version of Kings.
Oh, well done.
Rewind.
Well done. Well done. Yeah!
Give me that.
Somebody on the text line sent me down a rabbit hole while you were doing this. Said, hey, is there anything to be said about how well the Bulls have been playing and how bad the Kings have been playing since the LaVine trade? Oh, God, I haven't even looked at that. Is that a thing? So I went and looked. Orlando, February 5th was LaVine's first game for the Kings, and February 8th against the Warriors was Kevin Huerter's first game for the Bulls. Since then, the Kings are 11-13. Chicago's 11-10. Now, granted, Chicago's playing a lot better recently, but I don't know about that. I can't draw anything from that because I would also venture a guess that even though the Kings are 2 below 500 and the Bulls are 1 above since the trade, Kings probably played a much more difficult schedule.
Yeah, that, and I don't know the Bulls' health of all this, too. I mean, in that stretch, Sabonis missed time. Malik, I think last night with Malik back, they were 3-11 this season without Malik.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's important. LaVine missed a game for personal. I mean, there's been a lot of stuff.
Now, look, if you want to go down, and I did when I was looking at that, I saw some think pieces out of Chicago that were saying LaVine leaving Chicago. It's less about Huerter, who's been decent for them, better than he was here. But it's less about Huerter arriving and more about LaVine is now out of the offense, and they've replaced him with not as good an offense, but more diverse offense and better defense.
I can see that.
And I can see that too. And by the way, just because that applies to Chicago doesn't mean that applies to Sacramento, but it is an interesting rabbit hole to go down. 1-800-920-1140. 1-800-920-1140. Got a pair of tickets for you to go see Jay Leno in Arsenio Hall tomorrow. Hard Rock Live tomorrow night. A night of laughs with, I don't need it. It's Jay Leno in Arsenio Hall. Come on, classics. Just hit up the Folsom Lake Honda hotline right now. Lucky caller number.
Gonna be fast. 1. First one.
1?
Yeah.
1 a.m. I don't know if we've ever done that before.
No. Be fast.
1-800-920. I'm going to answer this myself. 1-800-920-1140. There's an 8-second delay. We're about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You saw it pop up. Hello. Caller, who's this?
This is Mike.
Mike, where are you calling from?
Sacramento.
What? That'd be weird. I was like, all right, thanks for the call. Oh, no, that'd be sad. Hey, Mike, you got plans tomorrow night?
Nope.
Hey.
Yeah.
Now you do, Mike. Congratulations. You got a pair of tickets to go see Jay Leno in Arsenio Hall tomorrow night at the Hard Rock Live. That is tomorrow evening. You're going to be popular. Who are you going to take? Do you know right now who you're going to take?
Oh, that's cool. I'll take my wife.
That's the exact right answer. Hold the line, and the just finished fasting Christopher Laud will take all your information. Hey, Mike, real quick, what morning radio program or station, I should say, makes all your Jay Leno Arsenio Hall late night at the Hard Rock Cafe or Hard Rock Casino dreams come true?
Sacktown 1140.
Yes, that is the right answer. Sacktown 1140 Sports.
Well, quick dialing. Good for him. Way to go,
really
Mike.
Quick dialing. Yeah. Sorry, everybody else.
There was other people jumping in, but Mike was first.
We still have one more pair of these tickets to give away. We also have do the Jiffy Lube drive of the game. I know I mentioned it.
Oh,
we didn't have the Jiffy Lube drive of the game. So
you know what else we have?
What
coming up next?
What?
It's a really funny conversation. Malik Monk does something that probably would be frowned upon by most, but because it's Malik Monk, it's allowed.
Really?
Do you want to know a little bit of what that is, or just is that enough of a tease?
I mean, that's a really good tease.
I think I want to deliver a little more.
Okay.
He calls out the G-Man.
No.
I'll let you hear it.
No.
I'll let you hear it.
I don't care how sick you are. I don't care if you re-signed at a market deal. I don't care if you won. You do not bring that energy here to the G-Man.
So that's how you feel now.
That's how I feel now.
After you hear it, you tell me how you feel there. See if you have the same energy.
I don't know. We'll see if I have the same energy. We'll see if my energy bills are lower in the next couple of months, because I got a brand new furnace and air conditioner yesterday, as a matter of fact. No, wait. It was the day before yesterday from American Energy Heating and Air. Wow, how time flies. Look, you can get a tune-up right now for $24.50, which is half off the normal price, or getting choked up. You can get a diagnostic for, as Alan Stiles would say, free. And there's a big reason American Energy Heating and Air has been in business since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento, not the lesser Sacramento area, the greater, the bestest Sacramento area, not everything. And, look, whether you need a new furnace, whether you need a new air conditioner, or you just want a little cheap checkup, tune up, whatever, get ready for the hot summer months, there's a reason why they have an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. By we, I mean they. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. We'll take a break. When we come back, Malik Monk calls out the G-Man, just 30 seconds away.
Live and local.
With everything 49ers.
Intercepted by Fred Warner. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown! San Francisco. Lob ball. George went up and caught the ball. Touchdown!
The 49ers play on Sacktown Sports 1140. You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app. Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
916-339-1140 is a text line from the 916. What actually is the lesser Sacramento area? That's from Justin. Justin, I think we all know, but I don't want to say.
Yeah, don't make us answer that.
Don't make us answer that. I'm not going to say that. Totally coincidentally, by the way, one other text from the 209. I know yesterday there was a rumor about Vlade being involved with the organization again. Have you heard that? And do they say that because we traded for LaVine and he's always liked him? I had not heard that. Did you hear about that? About Vlade? Or anything about that? It's not like Sam came on the show and said it for the very first time and it was aggregated everywhere nationally and everybody picked up on it. And there was an article in Sports Illustrated and others about it, but no, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was here for it.
Okay. Malik Monk.
Love him and G-Man together.
Okay, so you're making me, and by the way, where is this? Because it's not in Kings post game, and it's not in daily audio unless it's hiding. Hey, Chris is on the phone getting somebody's info, which is super more important. It's probably in the. My guess is it's in the game audio itself.
I hope so.
Which,
if not, we got to have it. We got to find it because it's really good.
If not, we're finding it. New home audio.
It's like 9 clicks away. It's
okay. Let's go. Sacramento Kings, 2024-25 Sacramento Kings regular season. Scroll all the way down. Portland, Malik and G-Man. Thank goodness. All right.
This is right after the game. Yeah. I think LaVine and Ellis are going to light the beam, but Malik Monk joined the radio side post game
and calls out Gary Gerald.
Well, you'll see how this goes.
Let's see. Here's G Monk talking.
It is Malik Monk who's checking us out.
G-Man, what up, G-Man?
How are you, brother?
I'm all right.
Good to see you back on the floor. How did you feel out there?
Yeah. I'm all right, G-Man. I'm all right. Chest hurting a little bit, but I'm all right.
So you're ill for 3 games. I mean, how miserable were you?
Watching basketball and not being able to help, I was pretty miserable, G-Man. Sitting at the house, bored, mad, couldn't get it right. But I'm here now, so I'm happy. I'm happy I'm back.
Well, you were able to play, I think it was 17 minutes tonight. You scored 16 points. You had a couple of assists. You had 3 rebounds. Are you satisfied with the way you were able to come back?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And we won. That's another bonus, so I can't be mad at that.
This team shot 65% from the field tonight, Lee. That's almost unheard of. It's the best the Kings have shot this season, and I think it's second best overall in the NBA.
I'm looking at it right now, G-Man. That's a crazy stat right there. That's crazy. We couldn't miss.
It's fun when you can't miss.
Yeah, hopefully we take this to the road. Hopefully we take this on the road.
Well, you got a road game coming up here. You know, it starts in Orlando, a 6-game trick. I want to ask you about a couple of things tonight. The aggressiveness of Zach LaVine, who's about ready to light the beam. First, let's start with him.
Oh yeah, that's what we need from him. We've been telling him that since he's been here. He don't need to fit in. We need to fit around him. He needs to be aggressive. He needs to be him, and that's what he does. And I'm glad he did that tonight.
29 points, 13 of 18 shooting. A lot of noise as the countdown is underway. We'll hang on just for a second here, Malik, if you will. And then I also wanted to ask you about
you're good, Jimmy. I can hear you.
Keon tonight had a career-high 6 steals in this ball game. How good a defender is this young man blossoming into?
Yeah, he's been like that, G-Man. I ain't gonna lie to you. At Alabama, he was the same way, but now he getting on a higher scale. He's doing it against way better players. So yeah, man, he's tremendous. It all flows with him and Keegan. They pressure. That's when we thrive. When them guys pressuring, getting steals. Out in the passing lanes, that's when we thrive when they doing that.
Good stuff. And as I told you while you were warming up earlier tonight, it's great to see your skinny behind back on the floor.
I don't think you said that, G-Man. Say what you said for real.
I think I'll pass on that. Thanks, Lee.
All right, G-Man.
Oh, he is a trip.
He's calling you out.
You just love that guy. He's just always got something up his sleeve.
Say what you said, G-Man.
Say it with your chest, G-Man.
Told you you'd actually like it even better, didn't you?
Oh, I do.
And I love that even because G-Man, I think, said that story. He's like, I told him, get your skinny butt out there or whatever, skinny behind.
None of this comes to us because the Kings run this separately. So full disclosure, we would get not a penny out of this. But if you're an advertiser out there, if you're somebody that owns a business, I would give our guy Scott Marsh a call, who I'm sure we can facilitate. 916-923-6800. Does that sound right? I don't know. I think that's right. Whatever. Look it up. 401. What a great segment to sponsor. The G Monk program.
Yeah.
Run it once a week before a game. 10 minutes of Gary Gerald and Malik Monk talking basketball,
whatever,
and life.
Yep.
Food, music. Maybe have Malik play G-Man some of the stuff out of his in his collection,
and vice versa.
Oh my God, what an amazing exchange that would be.
Yeah,
Malik's playing, and by the way, from what I understand, Malik's a country guy.
Okay.
So there's a lot of different music in there. So it's not just this or that. There's a lot. And then G-Man plays him like some sort of like gospel chorus or something he's into, which I think
Mr. G and the Stacks of Wax. He's going back to his DJ days.
Absolutely, with the slick black hair.
Yeah.
What a great! I would listen to every single second of that.
I was just entertaining last night to hear those two. I really enjoy it. I got you, G-Man. I got you.
You can tell there's a lot of love and mutual respect.
Love Malik.
Or maybe we just do it ourselves. Yeah, like Trent's saying in the chat. Maybe we
just get them both on. Like we're telling G-Man we're having him on as a guest.
Yes.
And then we're telling Malik we're having him on as a guest. And then we pair them together.
Or even, I would have no problems with this. I'm doing a weekly show. Yeah. And they just have them both call in at the same time. And you guys
get out of the way.
We just intro them.
Yeah.
Hey, right now, welcome in. Gary Gerald, Malik Monk. And then we clap and then we shut the up for 10 minutes. Let them have at it.
Yeah.
Pretty sure G-Man could pull off that interview. He's got a little experience.
He's done maybe a time or two. I knew you'd like it.
That's the best audio I'm going to hear in a while. I have a lot of love for that. I have a lot of love for both those guys. Real quick. We've got just a couple of minutes here. Earlier we talked about Adam Silver and expansion. Here's his full answer about Seattle and expansion in general.
Tremendously empathetic to those fans. I will speak directly to Seattle and very much appreciate your being here. I wish I could be more conclusive today and say, here it is, here's the timeline. There are events that are clearly outside of my control. Part of it, as I said, is trying to assess value in a way that's both fair even to a potential owner and fair to the existing owners in terms of what it means to add additional partners, different cities, divide up, our current media pie with, the 31st or 32nd share. And also we want to make sure we put teams in a position, particularly as we're setting the price, to be in a position to be competitive, economically successful, and just as importantly for the other teams, successful on the floor. And the issue I would not have anticipated at the time I sort of began talking about the timeline is how much unknown there is about local media right now. Having said that, though, I would just say again to our many fans in Seattle, and I hear from them often, and the legacy of the Sonics is still very strong, and it's a fantastic basketball market, is that we are very focused on it. The fact I think that I'm not being more sort of forthcoming publicly doesn't mean we're not studying it very intensively. We don't take those fans for granted. We're thankful that the interest has remained over all these years. And so I would just say the fact that we're not ready to make any public announcements with a specific timeline doesn't mean we don't care a lot about those fans and we aren't very focused on the potential for the NBA to return to Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle sports radio is going to be humming today. Our guys Brock and Salk up there and everybody else, they're going to Seattle. That they're one
awesome.
It is. It's fantastic, and everybody's happy but Chris. We'll take a break. When we come back, it may not be the Zach LaVine you want, although it is, but it's definitely the Zach LaVine you need. Let's talk about that Zach attack last night against Portland next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, it's Ram Truck Month. The sales event's going on right now, and I know that means heavy discounts.
It's not just a discount. It's big discounts on hard-to-find Ram heavy duties. Right now, save up to $16,000 off MSRP on remaining new 2024 Ram 2500 and 3500 heavy duties. When you need a hard-to-find truck, Hoblet has it, with over 500 new Rams available.
Just one of the many reasons Hoblet always ranks as one of the biggest and best Ram dealers in all of America.
And we are proud of that. But we don't just sell Rams. You have to check out the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter with 200 vehicles available and 30 under $20,000.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
16,000 total net savings after 71.29 factory rebates and 88.71 dealer discounts. Rebates include 500 first responder bonus cash for eligible first responders and 66.29 West BC standalone 10% below MSRP. 5 vehicles at this net savings. Sample VIN 316786. Not everyone will qualify for all rebates. See dealer for details.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Paul Mitchell, The School, Sacramento, and Stoney's Rockin' Rodeo. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
Whitey here, reminding you that not all grills are created equal. When buying a new grill, every detail matters. For March, grab a $149 gift with purchase of every new Napoleon Prestige stainless steel grill, including a pizza lover starter kit and much more. More March savings include up to $79 off Rogue models. Napoleon grills are built different, built better, built to last, with a lifetime warranty and premium stainless steel that boasts quality. See how Napoleon will help you achieve the perfect grilling experience. Visit Green Acres Nursery today with your best selection of Napoleon grills and accessories.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
The word "for" has been used in golf for centuries, and its origins can be traced to the Middle Ages. According to historians, the word "for" is derived from the Old English word meaning before or in front of. In those days, the term was used to warn people of incoming arrows during archery practice. Another theory suggests that "for" has military connections. During the 19th century, artillery officers would yell "for" to warn their troops of incoming shells. This practice may have carried over to golf. The most popular theory, however, is that "for" has Scottish roots. In Scotland, forecaddy was used to describe a person who walked ahead of the golfers to spot where their ball landed. The forecaddy would then yell "for" to warn the golfers if their ball was heading towards another golfer or a spectator. Today, "for" is used to warn golfers or spectators of an errant shot. Whether it's derived from the Middle Ages, military practice, or Scottish roots, "for" has become an integral part of the game of golf, and now you know why. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Toyota's Ready, Set, Go sales event ends soon. Versatile, dynamic, and built for anything. Toyota SUVs are always up for adventure. The only question is, where to? Right now, get low financing on 2025 RAV4 or shop Toyota's unbeatable lineup of hybrid SUVs like Grand Highlander Hybrid, RAV4 Hybrid, Toyota Crown Signia, and Land Cruiser. Hurry in. It's the final days of Toyota's Ready, Set, Go sales event. Toyota, let's go places. Offer available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit. Offers end 3/31/25.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
I think we just played really hard too. I think we outplayed them on both ends. Obviously, give them credit. They play hardest too, but it just seemed like we wanted this one more. So I think that's the way we have to go about it over these next 2 weeks.
Bean. Hey, good to see you back. And we don't know, and we're not going to speculate, but Zach's been going through something, and we certainly feel for him and hope everything's okay. But last night was the first time Zach LaVine-ish in a while. 37 minutes, 13 of 18, shooting 40% from beyond the arc. And by the way, 29 points on just one free throw.
Right.
One free throw. A couple of boards, kept at zeros across the board. A plus 20 on the night. Tied for the team high at plus 20 with Keon Ellis.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good to see him back in. It was good to see him playing. And he was really happy for the way the team played as well.
Yeah, I think we did a good job in the second half versus OKC and playing with more pace because they were running up and down in the first half. So I think we did a better job. We were talking about that, and then I think we did a good job coming into the third quarter as well. Just staying with it because we've had some letdowns in the third quarter, and where we haven't put together a full game. I think this was one of our better games that we put together.
Yeah, there's been too many games, Dave, to me where he's either been the shot attempts have been too low, right, passive, not aggressive, a non-factor, maybe floating at times. And so, that stat that we have now at 22 points or more, which is a very reachable number for him.
Yeah.
They're 8-3. And so, because I feel like if you get that, we always know that DeMar will get a number. He may not be efficient, but he's going to get his points. And then if you get what you want and need out of Keon and Keegan defensively, Sabonis filling the stat page and kind of the rest of the role players doing their part, again, we're not talking about a championship team. We're far from talking about that.
Sure.
But I just don't know why they can't be a team that, they're running out of time now, but before to be in that 6, 7, 8 range where the reality is they're trying to stay in 9 or 10. I think they can, but we're getting later and later in the season. And even in the last 10 games, if you can build some sort of momentum where you feel better just going into, if you're in the playing game, doesn't guarantee you anything, but we're just coming off a stretch where it's like, man, I know they played good teams. They had a decent stretch here and there in some of these games. We're like, I don't know when they're going to win again. And now they play well, they win. And I think he's a big part of those results. If he plays well, they're pretty good.
8-3, as you said earlier, 22 or more for Zach LaVine. They're 8-3. I don't know what the number is, but I'd honestly be curious as to what the Kings' record is when LaVine outscores DeRozan as opposed to the other way around. I have a weird feeling it would be better when I think DeRozan is better as a facilitator than LaVine would be. In other words, I'd rather see LaVine scoring 29 and DeRozan have 10 assists, I think, than see DeRozan score 29 and LaVine have 10 assists.
Yeah, I think you're right there. And then, something we've been talking about for a while is, and Malik didn't start last night, I think Keon should be.
Yeah.
But I can't figure out if they'd be better off with Malik coming off the bench or DeRozan coming off the bench. You can argue. I could argue for both.
Yeah.
But I feel like it needs to be one of them. Malik's done it before.
Yeah.
It's not that DeRozan can't.
Just think it's repetitive. I think either way, I think that question is going to be solved going into next year, one way or the other.
But like for the rest of this,
who knows? I don't see the team benching DeRozan. That sounds bad. I don't see the team having DeRozan come off the bench. Very difficult for me to see that. What I do see is them kind of doing this. I could see Malik coming off the bench more than any of them.
Yeah.
LaVine ain't coming off the bench.
Yeah.
DeRozan probably isn't coming off the bench. Malik, is being a good guy about it.
Right.
But I think with DeRozan likely gone in the offseason, I think if they're going to reset this, I don't think LaVine will be gone because if for no other reason, I don't think you can have him be gone. And by the way, you may not want him to be gone. Monk, I highly doubt. So I think they might have that opportunity next year, and it would be very interesting seeing if they're, you're rolling out if you're rolling out a starting lineup and you're going with like an Ellis, Monk, LaVine, Murray, Sabonis lineup, you don't have a true point guard in there either.
Right.
But what is a true point guard? What's a false point guard? I mean, is the true point guard thing overblown in the sense that they have the second best passing center in the league? Does he make up for it a little bit?
Some, but not, I wouldn't say entirely.
I remember a day not that long ago in the NBA where you had to have a true point guard. You had to have a Chris Paul or a John Stockton or a John Rondo even, or a Ramon Sessions. Somebody that was out there looking to make plays and get assists, and they were the guys that are going to get 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 assists a night. I get that. I wonder if are we still there? Like, are we still there where in this world of positionless basketball where, and by the way, I'm not convinced, Jason. I'm looking at, for example, your leaders right now.
In assists?
Yeah. So you got Trae Young, who's obviously a real point guard, followed by Nikola Jokic, who is incredibly not a real point guard. Cade Cunningham's a point guard, but he's 6'6".
He's kind of a combo, but yeah.
Halliburton's a true point guard. Harden...
He's been playing that spot.
Point guard. That's number 5. LeBron.
Right.
Chris Paul, obviously. Brunson, Booker, Lillard. I mean, you've got 1, 2, 3. You've got at least half of those guys that are not true point guards.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think in the sense of if they had a true point guard, that point guard, and let's use Chris Paul because I feel like he's like if you took the picture of true point guard in the league, even though he's way up there in age, it feels like that's the picture.
Yeah.
If he were this team's point guard, I feel like in the group that they had, he would sort out DeRozan and LaVine a little bit better. Now,
yes,
I don't know what that means. Still, there's still kind of there's some duplication there and some conflict, but I think it would be better and smoother. But to what level, I don't know.
From the text line 916-339-1140, Zach LaVine is a buster. Numbers versus a bad defensive team. Empty calories. Okay. We said in the beginning, I understand that it's Portland, but Portland beat the Kings the last 2 games. Still NBA team. They're not playing the Wizards. If anything, if Portland has any strength, it's defense. And Chimani Kamara was on Zach LaVine at times last night. Matisse Thybulle was on Zach LaVine last night. These are some of the best defenders in the NBA. I understand the sentiment.
Yeah.
But also, it's not like Zach LaVine hasn't put up numbers against good teams.
Right.
Either. Now, I'm not trying to do a full-throated defense of Zach LaVine as an NBA player. But
yeah, he's also just did it for 1 game. We said, like, it's less about Portland. It's like, look, if he can do this,
that's right.
What will the team be? Like, was Sabonis' numbers empty? Were Keon's 6 steals empty? Like, what? This is going back to the phone call. I know.
What did I call him? Were you trying to combine? Did you have Sabonis and Keon?
I don't know.
Because you said Sabonis.
Maybe it was Bonnie. What is happening?
I want to remember the phone call the other day we were on when
because I said 2 words together and it was like, one made sense. I don't know what the other word was. There was not a trailing word that would have made it happen.
And I caught you on the phone and we talked about it. And it was like he said like flurve or something.
Yeah. So, and I think I was trying to say fall about numbers, like if numbers fall, and I said flurve. Like what is that? And it wasn't like a curveball or
curve. Yeah.
No, I didn't have a trailing word.
That does sound because we were talking about curveball. Yeah. That does sound. But I mean, what were you thinking? All right.
Well, Sabonis.
I'm such a D for calling you. Like if you called every single time I said something weird, that's all we would do on this show. We'll take a break. When we come back, is Sabonis hot? We'll throw you a flurve ball. Who's hot, who's not? We'll recap 3 in the key, and we got another 3 in the key for the Kings of Magic. Plus, we're going to go streaking. Take them clothes off next.
Know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
Little help. A little help over here. Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance. What? Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers. Seriously? Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
T-Mobile Home Internet is all about speed, value.
What you doing, Zach?
First thing, there are so many benefits, you got to talk fast.
T-Mobile Home Internet ranks #1 in customer satisfaction for home wireless internet by J.D. Power.
Wow, you are good.
Try singing it. T-Mobile has price lock.
They won't raise your rate on internet.
Hulu and Paramount Plus on there.
Get T-Mobile Home Internet all in for just $55 a month with auto pay and any postpaid voice line.
Additional terms apply for JD Power 2024 award information. Visit jdpower.com/awards.
Get 5 quarts of O'Reilly full synthetic motor oil and a MicroGuard oil filter for $29.99. In-store only. Limit supply.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your team and focus on your future. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
We were the Humane Society of the United States. 70 years of fighting for animals. Today, we are called Humane World for Animals, a name that reflects our unstoppable commitment to end animal cruelty globally. Humane World for Animals, the end of animal cruelty.
We're super excited to announce that the new Truck Center is now open at Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. And it's easy to find from anywhere. They're centrally located right across from Hagen Oaks Golf Course. At Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, you never have to sacrifice great service to get a good deal. They make sure you're treated the way you deserve to be treated. Showing time and time again that Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's the place where a handshake still means something. I mean, that's the reason why people are coming from all over town. Elk Grove, Folsom, Woodland, Roseville. Stop on in and experience the difference for yourself.
Get ready for the high-octane action. It's the 76th season opener at the Stockton 99 Speedway, March 29th. Watch the intense racing action as the Stockton Late Models, NorCal Mini Stocks, NorCal Legend Series, Pure Stocks, and Fast Car Solutions Mini Modifieds tear up the track. It's fast, it's thrilling, it's nonstop action you don't want to miss. Family-friendly fun, food, and excitement for everyone. Gates open at 5 p.m. Racing starts at 6. Stockton 99 Speedway, where speed and excitement come to life. March 29th. Be there for the 76th season opener. For tickets, visit Stockton99.com.
Sacktown Sports is bringing you the biggest live events in town. Whether you're rocking out or dancing the night away, check out the Sacktown Sports live events calendar. Get ready for an epic night out. Papa Roach and Rise Against take over Golden One Center March 29th. That same night, comedy legends Jay Leno and Arsenio Hall bring the laughs to Hard Rock Live Sacramento. Get ready to laugh your socks off. And for all you country fans, Lee Bryce and Walker Hayes hit Ironstone Amphitheater June 21st. Then head to Santa Rosa for Country Summer with Sam Hunt, Kane Brown, and Dustin Lynch June 27th through the 29th. Then back to one of the most beautiful venues as Parker McCollum takes the stage August 16th at Ironstone Amphitheater in Murphys, California. Don't miss out. Find more info and score your chance to win tickets at sacktownsports.com. Again, get all the details on the hottest events happening in town and your chance to win tickets at sacktownsports.com.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Who is hot? Hey, who's hot?
This might surprise you.
Oh?
Cooper Flagg.
Cooper Flagg.
In Duke's win last night, he had 30 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 3 threes made. No other Division I player this century has reached all of those numbers in any regulation game, tournament, or otherwise.
He's Cooper Flagg. He's a high-flying flag, and way.
Careful.
Yeah, I know, right? Who's not? Who's not hot, Chris?
Los Angeles Lakers. With 12.6 seconds left, they led the Bulls 115 to 110. Easy win, right?
Right.
Nope. They got outscored 9-2 in the final 12 seconds to lose to the Bulls.
I'm thinking here. Hold on. I know one of these is wrong. Even though he can't drink legally, has the presumptive number 1 pick in the NBA draft reached Mount Coopermore status? Here's what I got. Well, you know what? I've written them down. Let's see if you go the same way I do. Mount Coopermore.
Michael
Cooper, number 1 on my list.
Bradley.
I don't. Ooh, good. Okay. All right.
James Fenimore. James Fenimore Cooper? Was that a...
I don't even... I've never...
What is that name? Why do I know that name?
I don't know, but I think you're having a stroke. Probably. I have Gary.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got Michael Cooper, Gary Cooper, Cooper Flag. I couldn't think of Bradley Cooper, so I put Cooper Manning, and I knew that was a weak one. Cooper Manning.
James Fenimore Cooper.
Who is it? Sounds like
a writer.
I was gonna say it sounds like a Dickens character
From 1789 to 1851.
Oh yeah,
I went to school with him.
That's right.
Yeah,
James Fenimore Cooper. I think that's it.
DB Cooper.
Ooh, that's not it.
Mini
Cooper.
Good one.
Oh, the car. Yeah,
yes.
No, because for a second I thought it was that chicken. Good Will Hunting.
Mini Driver.
Thank you.
Mini Driver Cooper.
Oh, Anderson.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Mini Cooper. Anderson Cooper.
How did he get in here?
Who, Anderson?
Yeah.
Because he's part of the Vanderbilt family.
How did he get tickets?
God dang it.
Who did we miss?
There's always one. We're all idiots. Alice.
Of course.
Yeah, Alice.
Feed my
Frankenstein. There's like Alice Cooper fans out there right now. They're like, really?
That's not even their best song.
Not even close, bro.
Tino?
That girl. What?
You know what's really going to tick them off?
I
love Alice Cooper, the person.
Do you? Isn't he an Arizona guy? What?
Cup.
And
Tino
Cooper. Cooper.
Yes. Got him.
Enough.
That's like me saying
Tino Cooper.
Oh, okay. Here, I got one. How about Poopers?
Poopers Scooper. Yes.
That's where we're going now. Okay, so I think we're there. I don't think Flag's on it.
No. He hasn't captured that.
Gary Cooper, Bradley Cooper, Gary Cooper.
What was the first one you said?
Didn't I say Michael?
No, you said Gary twice.
Oh, so okay.
Michael
Cooper, Gary Cooper, Bradley Cooper, Cooper Cup, or Anderson Cooper, or Minnie. Let's throw Minnie out for a second. This is not a person. Just for a second.
Okay.
I don't think he makes it. Well, Cooper Flag's out of here, or Cooper Manning's out of here. Cooper Flag. I don't think he's there yet.
Yeah.
Ruling, you're out of here. Oh, no. Sorry, guys. I'm spending time on this. Michael, yes. Gary, yes. Alice, yes. That leaves us with, do we go Cooper Cup, Bradley Cooper, or Anderson Cooper for the final spot?
Is Gary in?
Doesn't Gary? I mean, I don't
probably.
I
but
don't care about Gary Cooper. It was before my time.
I know, but I
feel like that's.
Are we?
Fine. Screw you, Gary. Then we're going.
Bradley and Anderson.
So Cup's out
over
Michael Cooper, Alice Cooper, and then it's 2 of 3: Bradley, Cup, and Anderson.
Yeah. Sorry, Cooper. Cup.
Okay. And sorry, Tino. And Poopers.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good thing we don't have a lot to get to in this segment. Who's hot or who's not? We just did that. How about we recap 3 in the key from last week? The Kings really needed a win before they go out on their East Coast road trip. Zach LaVine was there, and he was really awesome. But DeMar DeRozan had 10 assists. Not but, and. Sorry. It's off the top of my head. I don't write these things down.
Solid 6.
I don't write these things down.
You don't.
Okay, back to you.
All right, first category yesterday, we had total dunks. Dave, you predicted 12. I predicted 8. Chris predicted 9. I kept track of this. Keegan Murray, Zach LaVine, Anthony Simons, Denny Avdia, that's 4. Shaden Sharp, that's 5. Sabonis, 6. Murray, 7. Thibault, 8. That's me. But there was one more, Keon Ellis. 9.
Oh, Chris got it right with my number.
Yes.
Chris, can you fade down the music real quick?
We forgot another one.
Stown.
Anyway,
Town.
Yeah.
Son of a...
we asked for the plus-minus leader. Dave, you said Lyles at +8. I said Sabonis at +9. Chris said LaVine at +10. Chris is closest because it was LaVine and Ellis at +20.
Wow. Chris is on a roll.
And then our random stat, he's going to keep going. Dave, you said the Tune makes a 3-pointer. He was 0 for 0.
Come on.
Chris said the Tune will not shoot a 3-pointer, so Chris nailed it. And I said, I was right on this one. I said, we're going to have an overtime game.
Almost.
It was only a 21-point separation.
No. You got that. Yeah. You didn't specify that it was a Texas Tech, Arkansas.
You know what? I did write overtime game tonight.
That's exact. Jason Ross, what the exacto.
So proud.
Saving us from a Chris three-peat.
Sweet. Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you. You want a 3 for the key? 3 for the key tomorrow?
Of course.
Yeah.
Disney World is in Orlando. You can have a lot of fun on all of the rides. I hope the best ride is a 20-point blowout for your Sacramento Kings.
7.5.
Wow, up from 6.
Yeah.
I'm.
Okay. Kings shot a season best shooting percentage yesterday of .649. We want their shooting percentage tomorrow in Orlando.
I'll say 43.6.
436, 43.6. We're in the same neighborhood. I have 44.2.
Yeah.
Chris?
51.
51 even. Okay, next up. Keon Ellis at a career high 6 steals. How many steals will he have tomorrow?
Get out of here with Amari Cooper. Anyways,
it's not a bad one.
I mean, it's not a bad one. Keon Ellis will have 2 steals.
I have 3.
3.
Also 3. And then random stat. Something you're predicting for tomorrow.
There will be
blood.
There will be a made in honor of De'Aaron Fox. There will be a made Kings 3-pointer from the logo or behind.
Okay. I have the Kings will have a double-digit comeback.
Oh, okay. Well, I see you cooking with beef tallow.
Chris?
The Kings will get 2 of their replays. Right.
2 challenges. You okay?
I think you need a replay, bro. Chris's blood sugar is way up there, bro. You want a peanut M&M? You can have one now.
I already had a couple.
Yeah, I think he's bouncing off the walls.
All right.
Okay.
Oh.
We did multiple things. We got more to do.
Yes, we do. Let's
streak.
Let's go streaking. Right?
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
We're streaking!
All right, here we go. Let's recap. Dave was on a hitting streak of 4 coming into yesterday. You picked Bobby Witt Jr. You were batting 250 going into the game, so keeping your season average. Bobby Witt Jr. got up 5 times. He went 1 for 5. Dave, you now have a 5-game hitting streak. You're batting 2 of 9 on the season, a nice 222.
I mean, you know what? All I need is a streak.
I took Jackson Chourio of the Milwaukee Brewers. I also said he was batting first game of the day. He was going to get a hit in the first appearance against the Yankees. Remember last year when you took Shohei Ohtani and he went like 6 for 6 and 10 RBIs and the best day ever? Jackson Chourio 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts.
Yo, that's
the worst day of
the golden sombrero.
That's the diamond sombrero. My goodness.
I am now 1 for 13, batting 0.76, but on the show, the only one with an RBI.
Hey, you know what? Good for you.
It was a big run I knocked in. I'm at 0. Chris was at 3 coming into the day, and he took show favorite Jackson Holiday.
Oh!
He had 5 plate appearances, and Chris? One for 5.
1 for 5.
Chris is now 4 for 12. 4-game hitting streak, batting 333.
Oh, well, good for you.
So Dave at 5. I'm at 0. Chris at 4. You guys can pick away today. A little lighter schedule, a little, but
if my memory serves me correctly, which it rarely does, I tried to pick this guy before, but he either didn't play or something.
Is he a Dodger?
He is.
Yeah.
Can I take Freddie Fredman?
You can.
Thank you. Although, hey, by the way, Mookie, I hate the Dodgers. Mookie Betts 1 for 3 yesterday in his return. Good for him. That was really worrying.
Like 20 pounds.
Yeah, that was really scary. Yeah. So I'm glad to see him back and at least healthy enough to get a major league hit.
Well, speaking of that guy, he was on my list.
He's a fine model American.
I'm taking Mookie Betts. Chris?
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Okay.
Also on the mound for the Dodgers today, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. That's a hell of a baseball name.
Yes.
We'll take a break. when we come back. Hey, top of the hour. You know what that means on a Friday. It's not Friday Fun and Games. It's not what to watch. It's not opening day, which we'll get to at 9:13. It's Sacramento Sports Kings insider Brendan Nunes, who is matched up in the second round against Sam Amick in somebody's media madness brackets they have going right now. I saw that earlier. Brendan just tweeted the guy and said, I'll take the L. Brendan, we're pulling for you. We'll be right back after this.
Saturday afternoon, Kings and Magic. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 12:30. Tip off at 2.
The Kings play here on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Following is furnished by Excel Media Pros. Are you battling drug or alcohol addiction? Call Rehabs America for a free consultation. Drugs and alcohol can destroy your life. Our program offers a complete medical detox plus inpatient drug and alcohol treatment. Your insurance may cover 100% of treatment. Many have already completed our program and are living substance-free lives. Call for your free consultation now. Connect with one of our qualified treatment specialists. It's time to take back your freedom with Rehabs America. Hope is one free phone call away. Today is the day to take back control of your life and live it free from the chains of addiction. Call for a free consultation now. The call is free, the consultation is free, and your insurance may cover 100% of your treatment. Don't miss this opportunity to get your life back. 800-375-1159. That's 800-375-1159. Don't wait. Help is here. Our dedicated, friendly staff is here to answer all your questions now. Call 800-375-1159. That's 800-375-1159.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
SpringFest savings start now at Lowe's, so don't miss out. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on every $1,000 you spend on select major appliances. And save up to $10 on select lawn care products. Shop these can't-miss spring deals now. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 4/2. Selection varies by location while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
Progressive knows when you own a boat or RV, it's like you're automatically on vacation, even if you're actually a marriage counselor in the middle of couples therapy. But in your mind, you're camping in Acadia, puttering around Frenchman Bay. Your boat and RV are both protected. You're lobster drenched in butter and... Uh-oh, did your clients just notice you weren't listening? Quick, do the thing where you just repeat back exactly what they said, but as a question. They bought it. Now back to Maine, earning an automatic discount bundling your boat or RV with your home or auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
JCPenney makes spring fashion look so easy. Throw on something light, bright, and extra comfy. Mix and match new arrivals from your fave brands and create affordable outfits with ease, like the perfect St. John's Bay polo paired with chinos, or a simple sweater and denim combo from A&A. Get that Liz Claiborne handbag you love, plus those cute sandals to match. For warmer nights, pick out cool, lightweight sleep sets from Umbriel. Come shop, bring the fam, and start chasing those spring vibes now. JCPenney, make it count.
At Elk Grove Honda, not only do we have a great selection of pre-owned cars at very fair prices, but every one of our pre-owned automobiles are treated with kid gloves with a 182-point inspection that covers everything from unibody to tires to brakes and engine filters. Then our cars receive a mobile oil change and fresh fill-up with full synthetic mobile oil. We know you have lots of choices of where to purchase your next car. Come to Elk Grove Honda, home of the 182-point inspection and mobile oil change. We're in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
Big savings are back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. New Hondas are piling up, and that means big savings for you.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
Go,
he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Yep. Yep. Bobby, tell me what to do. Let's do that then. Bringing in Sacktown Sports Kings Insider. Always up and at him this early. Brendan Nunez. Good morning, Brendan.
Morning. How's it going?
Tough first round matchup for you, dude, in the second round matchup in the media bracket.
Don't take the L. I think you can surprise.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't think so on that one. It's an underdog matchup, and I'm going to fight until the last buzzer, but it's a next man up mentality as we're missing a few starters in this matchup here.
Is this I haven't seen this. Is this writers?
I don't know.
Are we in it?
I'm in there.
I'm not even really sure either. I did see Dave's name on there.
I'm surprised I made it through the first round.
This is the next round?
Yeah, this is the second round. I don't know.
I think the seeding was rigged.
Yeah, I think so too. And by the way, you're underestimating how many Kings fans are mad at Sam right now. So they're mad at Sam.
They're mad at a lot of people.
Have you seen Brendan's Twitter?
That's a good point right there.
Yeah.
See if I'm in it.
I actually waded in and defended Brendan at one point, and that wasn't fun. All right, look, I want to play a quick game.
Are you talking about when you told everybody that I was the one to talk to about all the De'Aaron stuff?
Oh no, afterwards. No, it was like last week. That was just me having fun with you. What was it last week when you were like, "Hey, Kings fans, how are we feeling?" And some guy's like, "I think your parents should have raised you better, you negative little bastard." And I was like, "What? He just asked how you're feeling." Jeez.
I do remember this.
I'm in.
You are in.
I didn't think I was in. I just looked it up.
No.
I have a problematic matchup.
Oh no, you're matched up with Katie.
Yeah, I'm going to take the L too.
Oh. Ooh, this is tough. James and Kyle are matched up against each other. Our competitor. That's
Madsen.
Matt, yeah. Kenny versus Deuce. Matt George versus Sean. Morgan versus Mark Jones. You and Katie. Me and Moran, Lalani, Sumara Hughes.
Okay.
I'm losing that one. The Battle of the Wills. Will Z Stats versus Will Griffith. And Sam and Brendan.
That's a tough bracket.
Looks like Damien took an L. Wow,
this is advanced. This is not the beginning.
Second
round,
it
does say round 2.
Yeah.
I'm glad I survived. I did not know.
High seed.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
I say loser between me and Sam loses their spot on the show.
No, that just hurts us.
Yeah.
Hey, Brendan, you don't happen to have a pen and a piece of paper there, do you? It's okay if you don't.
I do.
Okay, both of you. I like to play this game. This is just for fun.
Okay, I'm writing it down.
Player 1 versus player 2. First category, points per game. Player 1, 26.4 points per game. Player 2, 29.3. Player 1, 12.4 rebounds. Player 2, 12.8. Player 3, 9 assists. Or excuse me, player 1. I'm sorry. Player 1, 9 assists. Player 2, 10.3. Player 1, 1.4. Player 2, 1.7. So
what was the last category?
Steals. I apologize. So you got 26, 12, 9, and 1.5. 29.3, 12.8, 10.3, 1.7. Okay, so Jason, player 1 or player 2?
Okay, I think I know who this is.
You probably do.
But based on what you said, player 2.
Player 2. Brendan, any disagreement there?
No, I guess player 2, just a bit more points and like an assist more a game there, really, right?
Yeah, like 2.5 more.
I would say efficiencies matter if we're factoring that in.
No, I hear you. I don't have those numbers, although I could get them. Player 2 is almost 3 points more per game, half a rebound more per game, an assist and a half more per game, and little 0.3 of a steal per game more.
Yep.
Player 2 is Nikola Jokic
this season.
Yep. Player 1 is Nikola Jokic's MVP season last year.
Okay. That's what I thought they were. Yeah.
Now, I understand we're in a vacuum here, and I understand that we aren't talking about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's numbers, and I'm pretty sure Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to win the MVP this year.
Yes.
That seems to be what everybody is saying, and I understand wins tend to matter. But I would just submit for you this: 33 points a game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 6.3 assists, 5 rebounds, 1.8 steals. I don't know, man. That's tough to me.
I mean, I would agree. I mean, honestly, I think Jokic's numbers are so absolutely ridiculous, and maybe there's something to I don't know. You almost want to say he doesn't do it with flair, but he does.
Well, he did on that pass earlier this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pass was ridiculous. I guess he just doesn't captivate people, it seems like, in the same way, at least a lot of the general casual audience. But what he's doing is absolutely ridiculous. And I think that there is some voter fatigue. Do we really want the guy to win it? This would be 3 of the last 4 years, I believe. And so, I think that you get a little bit tired of it. But that OKC team is super deep, and I think that depth does a lot for them. Denver is all Nikola Jokic. It feels like previous years of Steph Curry. When he comes off the floor, they totally fall off a cliff. So I'm not mad about SGA getting it either, but I do think that Jokic's year is so ridiculous.
By the way, you mentioned efficiency real quick, Jason. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander splits 50-35-86. Jokic 57-41-80. Anyways,
both great.
Both great. Both great.
We saw a lot of great play by the Kings last night. Brendan hasn't been consistent, certainly, but a great shooting night. Only thing that I think it was bad was the turnovers. But I want to go to Zach. Zach LaVine definitely had a big offensive night, an efficient night. And we were saying on the show, Brendan, they're 8-3 now when Zach goes for 22 or more. It's not as simple as getting him to that number, but the way they did it, it looked good. The offense looked better. Is this something we can see more of? Because I don't feel like it's a reach. Zach is a good scorer in this league.
Yeah, he's a great scorer. I think he missed his last 2 shots yesterday and ended the game 13 of 18. He was there at 13 of 16, 29 points, ridiculous efficiency. I think was against Charlotte earlier this year. I want to say he had a 40 ball, and it was borderline historic efficiency numbers. So this is what he does to an extent. And I think a big factor in it was playing with some pace yesterday. He mentioned it after the game. Doug Christie mentioned it. But it allowed Zach to get downhill a little bit. The Kings had 60 points in the paint on 30 of 35 in the paint, which is absolutely ridiculous. And speaks to their talent, but maybe also a little bit of some weakness from Portland in that aspect. But you got to go out there and take advantage of it. And I think we all know Zach's ability to shoot, and Doug wants him taking 10 threes a night at least. He only got 5 last night, but his ability to get downhill, and I think just seeing him score at multiple levels, I think is something that helps unlock his game a little bit here. And they let him lock into just go out in there and score. He didn't have an assist last night, and he had almost 30 points. And I don't hate it. They let DeMar do a lot of the playmaking in that aspect. I want to say he's had nearly 30 assists over the last 3 games. So, there's part of me that also wonders if Malik Monk not being in that starting group helped enable Zach to, go out there and be like, all right, I'm gonna get this thing up.
Can Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan function well sharing the floor together long term, in your opinion?
I don't think it's the most ideal thing, and I think specifically when you add
Monk,
Domantas Sabonis into that mix, and if you wanted to factor in Malik Monk in the conversation too, I think that just sort of adds to the complication there. But mostly, I would say no. I think a lot of it has to do with opportunity cost as well, is that if you're just spending that much money on 2 guys that fill fairly similar roles, even though there may be a difference in clutch production, for example, I think you can still feel okay about going to Zach in those moments, or you can fall back on Malik. But I think you're just better off probably trying to look to spend that money on some wings. De'Aaron had his quotes after he had left that he thinks it's a wings league, and that that's how you start reaching the top of the league. And I tend to agree. I think that more than anything, the money is better spent elsewhere to find a more balanced roster, because I think right now, identity questions and what are they good at on a night-to-night basis, I still don't think we know the answer to that. So, I do think it's a questionable fit, and I'm honestly very much expecting that they, try to maneuver the top of the roster this offseason.
Plus, I mean, another game of Keon. I mean, 6 steals, what he's doing on a nightly basis. And we always talk about his defense, Brendan, but I still think, I mean, he's not a one-way player. He's still a good offensive player for this team, too.
He's good. I mean, yeah, he's shooting above 40% from 3 on the year. He's one of the better 3-point shooting teams on the league. I think the handle has gotten a little bit better this year. And I will say, I think that was from a fairly low starting point. There were times last year and the year prior where it stood out to me specifically against Houston. I have memories of it, of him trying to bring the ball up the floor and getting hounded by guys like Tari Eason or Amen Thompson. And I think that can still be a little bit of a struggle when you ask him to be a traditional point guard. But when he's stepping into that role yesterday, I don't think he really is traditional point guard. I mentioned DeMar had 10 assists. I think that he's the one running point out there. Zach can run point. You could have Domas do that. So I think that, to your point, Keon definitely is a great 3-point shooter. I think he did a really good job cutting and some off the dribble stuff that we're starting to see a little bit of growth with. But I would say that he's not the most, multi-dimensional offensive player, but with everything he brings you defensively and being able to consistently hit that 3 at a really, really high rate, I mean, he obviously brings a lot of value to this team. And I think that starting him makes a lot of sense.
That's Brendan Nunez. You can follow him on Twitter. You can read him at sacktownsports.com, and you can vote for him.
Yes.
Wherever the hell that is in the media bracket that I'm having a lot of fun with. And good luck against Sam, pal.
Yeah, best of luck to me, I guess. I'm going to need Sam to report a few more things that Kings fans don't like, I guess.
What did somebody say on Twitter? It's Loyola Chicago versus Kentucky, buddy.
Oof.
Stranger things.
There we go.
All right.
Well, the underdog's always a good story.
Yes, it is.
Take care. See you soon. Thanks.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
We'll take a break. Hey, I've got a master stat of the day for you involving Gary Player I want to give you when we come back. Also, we'll get the baseball opening day yesterday, including the debut of the Athletics. We'll talk about it next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our clients' portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more. And then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
On Sacktown Sports.
If you joined us at the top of the show, you saw us celebrating Chris Verladen. He's been fasting for 3.5 days. He was on a hunger strike until the Kings won.
Yeah, they took care of that. They helped him.
They did. They won last night.
Thank God Doug didn't find out about that.
That's a great point right there. So at the beginning of the show, Chris ate the first thing he'd eaten in 3.5 days, which is one of the things you're supposed to eat, which is some pieces of watermelon.
Mm-hmm.
And we watched his. In fact, we'll have to make a GIF out of that. I want to make a GIF out of Chris putting the watermelon in his mouth and then closing his eyes in ecstasy. And we all knew.
Spinning.
Right. Oh, and then got dizzy.
Yeah.
And I said earlier, I said, because he's got food back in his system and his blood sugar's up, Chris is going to be in the best mood today. And he was until about a minute ago.
Why? What happened?
Because I offered because normally on Fridays I like the tradition of getting a late breakfast catered in here. Now, we're not doing that today, and Crumble Chris is going to be in here later this hour. And I went, you know what, Chris? I'm going to do something nice for you, because remember earlier in this week, I think, he went to go get my order at Del Taco, spicy chicken jack quesadilla, 2 tacos, large cherry Coke, and an order of fries. I said, you know what, Chris, to celebrate your accomplishment, if you get that meal at the end, on your way home, I will pay for it, because Chris balked at the price. You know what? He deserves that. I want to do something nice for him. I'll buy his lunch. You know what he said? No.
He said a little more than that.
Well, I can't. I'm cleaning it up for on.
Can't say what I said.
Yeah, I can't say what he said. Just I try to do something nice for the guy. Turns me down. Okay. Well,
just remember that.
Part of the deal would have been that we would need updates every 10 minutes.
Would you really want that?
If he got home, let's say at noon, and he finished his Del Taco meal by 12:15, let's say, over under 15 and a half minutes before Chris has his own version of the Big Bang.
Over.
I mean, there's a chance that would happen even if I didn't go on a fast.
Dave, can we talk about how underrated chili cheese fries are, especially from Del? I'm good on chili cheese fries. I haven't had them in a long time.
Properly rated, or are they underrated?
I think they're properly rated.
Yeah, I think people like them.
I think they like them. I don't think it's the greatest thing ever. You got to eat them with a fork.
Yeah, sometimes it's a bold order. Like if they're done right, you're like, these are really good.
Unpopular opinion, I prefer my fries naked. I prefer to reach in for a fry and dip it in the stuff.
What about like loaded fries?
Yeah, like nacho fries.
That's what I'm saying. They're fun. I don't dislike them at all. I will eat them. But there's something about naked fry and assorted dipping. Ketchup, of course. Yeah. Ranch on occasion, sure. Maybe I have a leftover buffalo sauce from some McNuggets. Absolutely.
Here's one that I don't think I've ever ordered. Garlic fries. They smell amazing. I don't think I've ordered them. Too much?
Oh God, here we go.
Yeah.
You're going to get me in trouble. I have a strong opinion on this, and I have for years. Garlic fries, incredibly overrated.
Okay.
Can I say the first half of the garlic fries are absolutely incredible, but once it starts getting cold and once it starts getting to the bottom, and then you've got more garlic than fries and you don't know what to do with it.
I don't disagree, but I feel like that's the same with every fries. The first fries are the best fries. Like McDonald's fries right out of the bag immediately. On the McDonald's fries on the way home from the drive-thru are the best fries, in my opinion. Just hot, so hot they burn your tongue. Those are awesome. Yeah. Here's my thing with garlic fries. They are one of the best smelling foods that exist.
That I just don't eat.
But the food, the taste does not, because garlic's not really. You can taste garlic, but it's not a seasoning really. Yeah. It's just garlic, and then you can't talk to anybody for the rest of the day. Now, if they're seasoned properly, they're better. But I've had classic garlic fries before, where it's just fries and garlic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, you can't. It's like onions, dude. You can't talk now. I'm gonna go get that Del Taco order later today.
Nice.
And I'm gonna send.
Good choices.
Yeah. A lot of people talking about the Del Taco burger. Del Taco's getting a lot of
that one gets.
It gets a lot of love.
I had a buddy that loved that Del Taco burger.
By the way, they're not even advertisers.
Right.
They should do something for us. They should be catering every Friday. I'd take Del Taco catering every Friday. I don't think there's much Del Taco catering when it comes to Major League Baseball, because those guys are professional athletes. What we did see was the real opening day yesterday. And Wilmer Flores, he said leave the building.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Flores swings and he hits one a long way to left field. Way back there. Adios! Pelota! Big fly. Boom! And the Giants have a 6-3 lead.
Reds would add another run, and that would be the final score and the final call.
The pitch. He swings and he hits a high drive into left. Going back, Ramos. Now on the warning track. He squares up and just a few feet in front of the wall. He makes the catch. Ball game over. And as the Hall of Fame broadcaster Bob Prince used to say in a game that ended like that, he'd say, had them all the way.
I love on that previous call, just the add-on of the boom.
Yeah, he was excited.
It was great.
You're excited. By the way, here's a surprising win and a stat to follow up with.
Pitch, swing, and a miss, strike 3. Sox win 8-1 the final. They're 1-0 to start the 25 campaign.
The White Sox?
The White Sox. Since 2020, 2 teams have opened their season with 8-1 wins. Both have gone on to win the World Series. That is a true fact. That's a true fact.
Okay.
I saw it on the internet yesterday, and I'm assuming it's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Dodgers last year were one of them.
Okay.
How about that? The Ath was playing the Seattle.
Yeah.
And that didn't work out the way we necessarily wanted it for the A's.
Here's the set. And the 2-2 to Polanco. Swing and a drive deep to straightaway center. Blade going back to the one. He tracked to the wall. Leaps up. It's gone. Goodbye, baseball. Jorge Polanco with a 2-run drive unties it.
Okay. Well, the Athletics hit a home run too, and
hit 2 of them.
The Seattle announcers called it perfect.
Tyler Soderstrom goes deep out to center, and that is the game's first run. It's 1-0 Oakland.
What?
Oopsie.
What was that? Well, 1-0 Oakland. Well, that home run by Polanco made it 4-2, and that would match the final call up in Seattle.
The 2-0 pitch, swinging a chopper up the middle. Up with the ball is Crawford. He's going to get the tag on the runner, the throw to first base, double play, and the ball game is over. J.P. Crawford gets to the ball, puts the tag on Butler, throws the first to double up Blade, and here on opening night 2025, the Mariners come away with a 4-2 win over the Athletics.
J.P. Crawford stands for Jiffy Pop. Weirdly enough, did you know that?
No.
Does Jiffy Pop even exist anymore?
Yes.
Really?
I think so. I'm saying that with not full confidence, but I think so.
Anyone use Jiffy Pop anywhere other than camping?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But I know you say your wife makes, my wife makes popcorn all the time, but she makes it on the oven.
That's
on the stovetop.
Yeah, that's what my wife does too. We have a popcorn popper, but my wife's is better when she does it with swirling around but we have the gallon of movie theater butter.
I know you do.
And then we pour it into one of them little squirties. The condiment squirties you can get for like $1 on Amazon.
I know you have that.
Of course I have that. And I should bring you some in. I still have those like big bags of flour.
Mm-hmm.
I have one of those of movie theater salt. The yellowish salt. No.
Yeah. The butter would work.
How do you what are you a butter guy with a little bit of salt?
Just a little bit, not too much.
Not a lot. You like your popcorn mostly popcorny?
Yeah.
I like my popcorn douched or smothered in butter. All right. Sometimes I get too comfortable. We'll take a break. When we come back, what to watch, including Sweet 16 action, second round of that, and A's Mariners coming up right after this. Jeez.
Saturday afternoon, Kings and Magic. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 12:30. Tip off at 2.
The Kings play here on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Bonneville International Radio Station contests are open to participants at least 18 years of age and older that are residents of California and who reside in one of the 6 counties that make up the Sacramento metro area, unless otherwise specified. Employees or agents of the station, Bonneville International Corporation, other area radio stations, or any entity associated with the contest are not eligible to win, unless the station otherwise specifies in its own discretion. Persons who have won in the last 30 days from a station contest or event may not be eligible. For a copy of the general contest rules, visit KHTK.com.
Johnny Mosley with Friday's Toyota Tahoe report. The weather's looking a little iffy up here for sure, but there's still plenty of fun to be had on the mountain. Pack a couple extra layers, load up your Toyota, and head on up here.
Thanks, Johnny. Today there's a 40% chance of snow showers before noon with partially sunny skies and a high near 41. Little to no snow accumulation is expected. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny with a high near 45. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Come check out Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Plenty of well-lit parking available, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. And remember, Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit. 800-611-5252. 800-611-5252. 800-611-5252.
Buckle up, race fans. The 2025 Metal Cloak NorCal Stampede is coming in full throttle on Saturday, March 29th at Prairie City SVRA. The Ultra 4 USA West Coast Series kicks off with a high-octane showdown, where fearless drivers will push their machines to the limit over massive jumps, punishing rock obstacles, and high-speed straightaways. This is off-road racing at its wildest. Don't miss it. Tickets are just $30 at the gate, and camping is available. Prairie City SVRA in Rancho Cordova. Be there.
Hello, I'm Frank Hockworth, Retirement Security Centers with a weekly economic update. If you stopped working and decided to retire, where would you want to live and could you afford to do so? A new study by Go Bank Rates, they looked at the possibility of surviving in retirement with $2 million saved plus Social Security, estimated $1,877 monthly in each state based on their cost of living. Retiring in Hawaii, for example, with an annual cost of living of $102,648, your $2 million assets could be depleted in less than 25 years. With the $83,929 cost of living in California, the funds could last you up to 32 years. Unfortunately, the average 401k balance of 65-year-old in the U.S. is only $272,588, so many states could soon be realizing a retirement crisis. The more time you have before your expected retirement date, the more time you have to change your behavior and increase savings if needed to close the gap. How might this affect you or your family? Please go to frankontheradio.com to schedule an appointment, watch videos, and receive market updates. I'm ready to help you start your journey so you can define your future.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Mosaic Wealth, member FINRA SIPC. Mosaic Wealth is separately owned, and other entities and or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Mosaic Wealth.
Big savings are back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. New Hondas are piling up, and that means big savings for you.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop. Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Why is this guy Johnny on our chat spamming Jonathan Isaac is better than Zion?
What?
Did he lose a bet?
Huh?
Well,
what?
I mean, of all the things.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know about these people.
I don't either.
I don't know about any of these people.
How do you like your popcorn?
I like it. I like it drenched.
Okay.
In butter. AC, good morning.
All this talk about food's making me hungry, fellas.
Sorry,
Me
brother.
too.
I know it's Friday. It's almost snack time, dude. Yeah.
Try this the next time you make popcorn. get a packet of stevia and salt, and you have instant kettle corn.
Oh. Say that again. It's what?
Stevia and salt. You have
Get a packet of stevia or whatever your favorite, sugar-based product is.
My problem,
and then salt it. It works. It totally works.
Problem with kettle corn. I used to work at Quad 106 back in my kiddo days down at the Renaissance Tower downtown. And every Friday, during the summer and spring, they'd have this fair going on downstairs, like food thing and whatever outside. And we got to know the kettle corn guy, and he would always bring it. You ever see those giant cylinder bags of it? And I didn't have any money at all. So I'm not even joking, dude. Kettle corn got me through some tough times, but I can't do kettle corn anymore. I ate too much of it. I can do caramel corn. And sometimes if you mix caramel corn, you ever mix caramel corn and cheese corn?
Yeah, isn't that like a Chicago?
Yeah, it's actually really, really good.
It
Jason likes to put M&Ms in his popcorn.
Yes, peanut M&Ms.
Peanut M&Ms.
Okay, can I say something about Chris?
Yeah, of course you can.
So I had no idea about the hunger strike. And I called in the other day, and Chris was like, I called in and talked to Nate and other people, and Chris was like super short, and I'm like, damn, he must be pissed off.
Now you know.
Chris is a nice guy, but he was like super short, and I'm like, okay. And so anyway, I just thought that was funny that you guys brought up the hunger strike today, and it's like, oh, it all's coming together now.
Well, I'm sorry, AC. I didn't realize that.
AC.
No, dude. No, I'm not complaining at all, but it totally makes sense because you know how everybody gets that hangry thing, you know, going. And if I went without food for 3 days, I would be a raging lunatic.
100%.
I didn't answer the phone like, what? Did I?
AC, hold the line real quick. I know we haven't gotten to your call yet, and I want just hold the line. Chris, give me the breaking news banner. What the hell is this? What? This?
When it breaks,
we have it first.
What? It's Sacktown Sports breaking news.
The Memphis Grizzlies have parted ways with head coach Taylor Jenkins. Quote, I'm genuinely appreciative of Taylor's contributions to this team in the city over the past 6 seasons. That's GM Zach Kleiman. This is a difficult decision given the consistent and tangible development of our players and overall success under Taylor's leadership. I wish him the very best going forward.
There has to be
There's something else.
Happened.
There is 100 trillion% something else that is going on in Memphis. I'm sure it will come out. The Memphis Grizzlies are 44-29. And they're firing him.
They're tied with the Lakers for 4th.
I mean, stuff like this happens in like European soccer, where like they'll get a new manager bump. I've seen that. I can't think of a precedent for this, where a coach is fired. What is it? 44-29. So what? 73. They have 9 games left, and they're tied with the Lakers. They're a game and a half behind the Nuggets. They're a game and a half ahead of the Clippers. What the hell? Something happened.
Yeah.
And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, meet your number one candidate. Your number one candidate if he is not retained for your head coach of the Sacramento Kings next year. I will bet you anything he's going to be. If Doug's not retained, you're going to be hearing a lot about by the way, unless
depends,
yeah. Until we hear about what happened, we certainly don't want to speculate. But something happened in Memphis, and I wish we knew somebody there that could maybe give us the lowdown. AC, sorry, go ahead. That was not why you called. We just had to pause and report that real quick. AC, there you go.
Thanks to my neighbor who was one of those angels that texted me and says, "Hey, I got a free ticket. You want to go?" So not only did he treat me, they had the little special wristband where we got to go down and shoot the free throw.
Did you make it?
So all these kids, there's a lot of air balls going on and stuff. And I couldn't resist. I knew I might not make it, but I did the Rick Barry and did a granny on that thing. But didn't fall in for me, unfortunately.
What made you decide to go with the granny?
Because, sometimes, Dave, you just want to stick out like those old days when you were calling in as Carmichael Dave on the radio show back in the day,
Right.
And the percentages are higher.
That's true.
With the granny. And I didn't want to leave it short. And I knew that being cold and you only get one free throw.
Right.
And you got to throw it up there and, everyone's bricking them. There's obviously a few that made it, but anyway, it's just kind of funny. By the way, I'm on record as saying I like the DeMontis the bonus song. I don't know if you guys have obviously heard that, but
no. What do they do? Like a song or something at the game?
It's a song, Dave, but I can't recall the tune, but
Is it Seven Nation Army or somebody said?
Try what you think it would be. What do you think it would be?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, okay. Oh, how long have they been doing that for?
I don't know, but I've seen it. I went to the Milwaukee game and this game. The only 2 games I've been to all season, and they actually did it, and I was like, you know what? That's got a nice ring to it. By the way,
there we go. Hey, see, I gotta ask you, man. You got the Beam, you got Keegan Murray. Who the hell comes up with this stuff, right?
Right. By the way, I don't know if this is breaking news for you guys, but I played pickleball with the Sac State golf coach this week.
Oh,
and he informed me that Mr. Mike Bibby is the new coach for Sac State.
That's not happening.
I'm not kidding.
I can promise.
I'm not kidding.
The golf coach said that?
The golf coach at Sac State. He's been the golf coach for 10 years. Nice guy, super pickleball player. Well, and he told us that Mike Bibby was going to be the new coach for Sac State.
Well, if they announce that anytime in the next week, we're going to give you full credit.
Yeah.
We'll get the scoop.
We should try to get Mike on.
Well, I don't think he's going to come on. Thank you, AC.
I think AC was having fun with us there.
You think so? Okay. 1-800-920-1140 will get you a pair of tickets to go see Jay Leno and Arsenio Hall. That is tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you don't have plans. Be a hero to your friends and or family. That's at Hard Rock Live tomorrow. Hit up the Folsom Lake Honda hotline right now. Caller number.
Let's go with 2.
2. You went with 1 last time.
Yeah.
Now you're going with 2. When's the craziness going to stop? Suns Timberwolves tonight. Go Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
Ole Miss. That was a weak Wolf. Ole Miss, Michigan State, Kentucky, Tennessee, Michigan, Auburn, Purdue, Houston. Jason, I'm going to make a prediction.
Yeah.
Pain. Tonight's the night.
Tonight is
There's
it?
going to be a bloodletting. There's going to be the most blood in the brackets tonight. There will be blood. There will be blood. Was that the Go Get Your Shine Box one? That movie?
No.
Okay. A's Mariners as well. We'll take a break when we come back. Friday Fun and Games. Crumble Chris and celebrity birthdays right now.
That's coming up.
Oh, that's coming up.
I didn't even tell Chris this. It's coming up.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, special edition. Well, that's why it's not in the.
Oh, yeah. Read the thing there, pasty pants. What? Is that even an insult?
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. We're right back after this word from Gonzalez Law.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
That's right. Let me tell you about my friend Jonathan Gonzalez right in downtown Sacramento at saclegaldefense.com. His law offices are in downtown. You can reach him at 916-304-9187. There's many reasons why you might need to reach him. You might need some help. You might have some questions. You might need some representation. He's been really good at this. In fact, if we go back to 2016 all the way through 2019, he was undefeated in jury trials, still has a great track record, and is there to fight for you. And his case preparation and his overall approach, it's resulted in those great impactful results for many clients, and you could be one as well. So whether it's criminal defense, whether it's an auto accident, wrongful termination, maybe it's something from your past you like removed from your record, he can help with that with expungements. There's lots of different areas that he's been able to help people, and he can help you as well. And he's a lawyer that's right here in Sacramento. He's a fan of the city. He's a fan of people that need help, and that's what he wants to do, is help those in need. Again, 916-304-9187 at saclegaldefense.com.
Spring is here, and that means gigantic savings for all your oil change needs at Jiffy Lube today. Get a $25 gift card with the purchase of any Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil change through May 31st at your local Jiffy Lube service center in the greater Sacramento areas. And don't forget about the additional $30 off online coupon at jiffylube.com. Terms apply. Valid email address required. See pennzoil.com/rewards for details. Jiffy Lube, a huge spring savings for you today.
Spring has sprung, and so have the deals at Kohl's Spring Savings Event. I just got a comfy tee for just $7.99, a cute swimsuit for $19.99, 40% off patio furniture for my backyard, and so much more. So don't wait. These deals are too good to miss. Hurry over to Kohl's to save big on warm weather essentials during their Spring Savings Event today. Select styles. Offers end March 30th. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-848-1331. That's 800-848-1331.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Well, it's the Ram Truck Month Sales Event, and I know that means discounts.
Right now, you can save up to $17,500 off MSRP on new 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s. And we don't just have a few Rams. We have Northern California's biggest selection, with over 500 new Rams available.
It's the big city savings with the small town customer service.
Exactly. When you shop at Hoblet, you become part of the family. Plus, we don't just have big savings on Ram trucks. We have almost 200 vehicles at the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter and over 30 under $20,000.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$17,500 total net savings after $10,500 factor rebates and $7,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include $2,000 Chrysler Capital bonus cash. Must finance through Chrysler Capital. $1,500 National Conquest dealer cash. Must currently own or lease a Ford, Chevy, or GMC brand vehicle. And $500 on-the-job upfit. Must show 500 plus eligible upfit. 5 of this net savings. Sample VIN 684-262. See dealer for details.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Paul Mitchell, The School, Sacramento, and Stoney's Rockin' Rodeo. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
We have finally made it to Friday.
Let's end your week the right way with Friday Fun and Games
on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
And we're here, and we're back.
Yes.
And it's a very special edition of Friday Fun and Games. Why is it so special? Well, first off, it's the close of the week for us, and we always enjoy it. Secondly, it's fun. Thirdly, but maybe most importantly, Crumble Chris is in with us, and even more than that, it's his birthday!
Yeah!
Happy birthday,
Thanks,
Crumble
guys.
Chris. How are you? And Crumble Chris, the only guy ever that when it's his birthday, he brings us presents.
Oh, that's right. We brought him cookies.
Yeah. Hey, we got you some Crumble cookies.
Thanks, guys.
You've got a double barreled thing going on there.
Yeah, that's our new party box. We feel like it's easier to distribute, easier to carry around. We have a sleeve for it now, so we have 2 6-packs that make up our party box now.
Just slip off the
slip it off. Yeah.
Slip it up. I don't want to spill anything, and I'm notoriously. Look at that. And what is, if you wouldn't mind taking us through?
Sure.
What is the what are we featuring this week at Old Crumble?
All right.
Oh
so,
my gosh, there's a stacker.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, we got the double decker this week.
That.
So we got the ultimate peanut butter right here. It has peanut butter stuffed inside. It's a peanut butter cookie drizzled with peanut butter.
So
Scott,
awesome.
If you're a peanut butter person, that's your
step off.
We got strawberry crumb cake, which has real freeze-dried strawberries and the streusel and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We got a chocolate sea salt toffee. Which we don't really. I don't know if we've ever done it.
Really?
We might have, but I don't remember it. But anyway, sea salt toffee is one of my favorites. This is the chocolate version of it. It's really good. Dole Whip.
I was thinking lemon. Dole Whip.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And Disneyland. It tastes just like it.
Absolutely.
It's awesome.
And then what is this?
The double decker is the Biscoff cake. So if you like Biscoff, yeah, cookie butter. It's got crumbs, and then inside is like a swimming pool of cookie butter with cookie crumbs in it.
A swimming pool of cookie butter. That's such a great descriptor.
So it has a wall of the Biscoff frosting, and then on the inside is like You'll have to maybe just open it up and see.
I'm going to dive into that here after the show.
And then this is something new we're doing.
I see what looks like to be Oreos.
Yeah, it's a Oreo cookies and cream brownie.
It's got to be a brownie.
But the reason it's different is because we're doing that for the entire month of March.
Okay.
Normally, all of our flavors we do weekly, but we started a new thing now where each month we have a flavor for a month long.
Really?
And it's one of our desserts. It's not a cookie.
It's
one of the desserts. So yes, it's been here all March, and then in April we have another one that's going to be here for a whole month.
The secret.
I can't tell you what it is
It's
yet.
not April yet, Dave.
Well, we're just going to have to come back and visit us.
Yes.
But I will say it's a cookie it's kind of it fits the season for sure. And I called it a cookie. It's a dessert that fits the season. And some people are rabid for it, and some people aren't so rabid for it.
I think I know.
Wait, hold on.
I think I know.
I'm going to write it. I'm going to write it down. Let's see. That's my guess.
You might be correct.
Oh, baby boy! Here, I'll show you very secretly. There.
That wasn't my guess.
That wasn't your guess. So
Yeah,
the camera's over there.
Can I say my guess?
Well, it's not this, so then we know it's wrong. Yes,
Right.
Yes, you.
My guess was, what are those? Like the Easter, the marshmallow, the Peeps.
Yeah. Peep cookie.
I don't think we've ever done Peeps cookies.
Just chop up Peeps and put
Swimming
them
in a pool of melted Peeps. Friday fun and games. Chris, so happy you're here to join us.
Yes, happy birthday too, buddy.
Yes,
Happy birthday.
25 years old today.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, since it's here, we're gonna, and Chris is here. We're doing the birthday grid, guys. You can turn over your pieces of paper. And we're gonna play a little offense here. You've got 25 names of celebrities or actors or athletes, whatever, and then a mystery category at the bottom. Dave, you get the first choice. We're gonna keep track and score here how many years you're off on the guess, but go first. You can pick from anybody here that you feel most confident of.
Okay.
And obviously, once the person's picked, then we're done.
I'm assuming I can't pick myself, correct?
Correct, because that's a mystery at the bottom. Mystery question.
That's the mystery. Whoa, is it? I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's see.
These are birthdays either today or this weekend.
Today or this weekend. Go ahead and give me Luke Walton.
Okay, former Kings coach Luke Walton is turning what this week?
Really?
Oh,
yeah. Luke Walton is turning 44 this week.
Okay, Dave, you are -1, 45.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Crumble Chris. Luke Walton is off the board. You can take someone that you feel confident in.
I actually know this person's birthday because I was here last year on my birthday playing Celebrity Birthday.
Okay.
Oh,
Do you
good
remember?
memory.
It's
And
not
I
fair to remember. Yeah. How do you remember? Let's see.
Lady Gaga.
Okay.
I remember she's 1 year younger than me. So she is 39 today.
Oh.
We have a correct answer. That's worth +3. Look at Crumble Chris and their lead. Alan, you're next.
Derek Carr, 33.
Derek Carr, 33. Alan, -1. Good job, 34.
Great job.
Oh!
You didn't add it's his birthday. Chris Verlaud, you're next.
I would like to choose Kyle Ledbetter.
No,
That's the mystery question.
That Kyle will get
Then
later.
don't put it on there.
Eat a sandwich.
There's a question mark.
I don't know any of these people.
Well,
yes, you do.
Yeah, you do.
I will say Richard Sherman is 37. 38.
38, your final answer?
Yes.
He is 37. -1. Kyle Ledbetter, who's your pick?
Matt Olson is turning 30 today.
Matt Olson is turning 31.
Sucker.
So -1. So after the round, everybody's at -1. Crumble Chris is at +3.
Wow.
But Dave,
Yeah.
defensive round, you get to give a name to Crumble Chris.
I will give a name to Crumble Chris, and that name will be, is this Mick Hammer?
Is that MC Hammer?
Stanley Burrell, former bat boy for the Oakland Athletics, better known as MC Hammer.
Okay, Chris, what do you think?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Is he like 30, 40?
Sorry, what?
MC Hammer. How old is MC Hammer?
I nailed
63.
Okay.
Ooh, that's good.
That's a good out of nowhere, I thought he was going to suck at it.
Well, Chris was at +3. Dave gave you a tough one, and Chris nailed it.
Come on. Are you serious?
Wow. +6. You guys are in trouble.
You have one of the AI chips in your head. That's why you paused.
All right, Crumble Chris, you get to give a name off this list to Alan. That you think he'll struggle with.
Alan gets Adam Gase.
Adam Gase. The eyes have it.
These coaches, man.
Older than you think. Younger than you think.
Younger than you think.
Right?
Older than you think.
I'm just going to split the difference and say 48.
48.
Oh, way too high.
Really?
Way too high.
-1.
Come on, baby.
You guys are doing great today. Alan, fire away on Christopher Laud here.
Ew.
Hello.
Okay, Christopher Laud. Last time I tried to get Chris and I didn't get Chris. I'm going to go with Alex Bregman.
Okay.
No. Come on, Verlaud. Alex Bregman.
30.
Yeah.
-1. 31.
Yeah.
You guys are doing great.
If I went with someone I didn't know, Chris would probably know them and nail it.
Chris, you have one for Kyle here.
Reba McEntire.
I'm Reba.
I was waiting for
Reba McEntire.
someone to plop out Reba on this game. Well, here we go.
I'll say 65.
Okay, this is our worst one, but not bad. -5, 70.
Pretty good.
All right, Kyle, for Carmichael Dave.
Carmichael Dave, go with Piers Morgan.
Easy. Piers Morgan. Actually, an ex-neighbor of mine, Piers Morgan, as a matter of fact. Piers Morgan is 63.
Dave, he is 60, -3.
Oh, sorry.
So Crumble Chris is clearly the leader. Alan and Christopher Laud in second. And then Dave is following and followed by Kyle. All right, next round, we're going to go over at the end. All right, let's do the mystery question.
Okay.
Carmichael Dave, we're going to entertainment. You get, in what year this weekend did the movie Romancing the Stone come out?
Okay, that was before Jewel of the Nile. It was 100% in the 80s. It was both of them were in the 80s. It was 1984.
All right, Carmichael Dave, +3. He nailed it.
Whoa.
Look at you.
Nice.
Crumble Chris with the lead. Can you hang on to this? What year did the cinematic treasure of Will Ferrell, Blades of Glory, come out?
Ooh.
Blades of Glory.
On
It's a nice lead. Don't blow this lead on your birthday.
Chris on his birthday.
It's got to be mid-2000s. So I'm going to go 06.
06, -1.
In your
2007.
life, have you seen a performance like that?
All right, Alan, you get the original Beetlejuice. What year?
87.
-1.
Come on.
Christopher Laud, the TV show Jeopardy debuted in what year?
Are you kidding me?
Yes. You get all the media ones right. So you get a tough one.
1984.
84? Okay, Chris, -20. Yeah, 1964.
Right. Sucker.
And Kyle, the movie Ready Player One.
The original?
Sure.
Yes.
I don't know. 2012?
All right, -6, 2008.
That's one of my favorite movies, by the way.
Is it?
Crumble Chris is the winner?
Yes.
Well,
yes, on his birthday. Well
Who
done.
finished second, though? Did I get that?
Yeah, that's you, Dave.
All right. Well,
Alan was third.
Second place here, Crumble Chris. First place at the radio station, by the way. Everybody have a great weekend. Alan Styles is next. Light the beam in Orlando. Bye now.
The Sacramento Kings play here.
He's got the triple. Sacramento takes